with Phil stumbling drunkenly out of his bed, preparing in his head all the things he's wanted to be said. 90 minutes for Phil to fill with so much time to kill. He promised chill, but all he does instead is beg and shill. The stream's online and straight away begins to wane, but all is fine as long as Charles Nine doesn't step out of line. His content's immature for all to enjoy, fresh when you're, but I feel sure he ran through to feel so insecure. The money earned from yesterday was withdrawn and long gone, as Phil's spending impulse is always set to stay on. His supports is also slow and stays so low and fails to grow. You never know, the show may turn into an easy bingo. Most victims across the board we charge the award because the score can't be ignored. Just how much DSP makes us all feel so bored. To help us fight or sleep and try to keep alert to watch it creep, we play bingo while Phil will bitch on why his sheep are also cheap. While DSP is chasing green, we're seeing green across our screen as Phil's routine predictability rivals our soul machine. Snorting, burping, leaning, ban. It matters not if Andrew fan his chatters can't see if others make him feel less of a man. Takes a drink and slaps his leg before launching into a bike, pretending there for bills when truth is there to buy a wrestling JPEG. Talks about his shitty life of Clawless cat and fatty wife and all his strife while forgetting that tits done well and they were right. With drama he will react, but as an actor it's a fact as he rehearsed to be exact in how he felt he was attacked. Three streams nearly over and a win is in sight, with little white despite Phil's delight that tits were not light. We'll say alright, it is okay, and now it's time for Phil to play, but first he'll say that tits will help from being off the other day. And with those words we win again, it's never if but always when the game is won, and thanks to that we made it to the very end. Hey guys, King Jad here, and welcome to DSP Bingo for today, Friday the 4th of July 2025, obviously otherwise known as if you're an American, of course, it's Independence Day, you know what I mean? So it's that time of the year when the Americans all celebrate that time when they got fed up paying taxes, so they said fuck this shit and just decided, you know what, we can't be arsed this year, and decided to become an independent nation and broke away from the English. And as a Scotsman I can relate to that sort of sympathy of having enough of the Englishes and their shit and the kind of policies to try and force upon you. So there we go, that's another kettle of fish. But I hope you're all enjoying it. If you're an American, of course, I hope you're all going to enjoy your day and like you got some big plans ahead with friends and family or whatnot. So there we go. As you can see, the bad man is not here yet. Phil Burnell has not showed up to his own stream yet, even though he kind of hinted that he'd be starting a bit earlier than usual because of the marathon, but there's no sign of a bad man whatsoever. There's a couple of things to go through before we even start bingo. We'll start off in the tweets, of course, as per usual. Partly Phil embarrassed himself by calling. So DSP thought that the Washington Commanders, formerly the Redskins, they thought he played in Washington as he called it our team. Then gets called out and tries to clarify that it was a name change and bans a person in chat. So Phil pretending to understand sport, only to get called out, and you know, let's see how bad is it.
Captain DCW, how you doing? He says, my mom surprised me with a birthday present a month early, 2 NFL tickets. The Denver Broncos versus the Washington Commanders. I can't believe our team is called the Commanders and not the Redskins. That drives me nuts. But anyway,
our
cool.
Team?
NFL's fun. I've never been to one in person, but that's the sport I used to be into all the time, NFL. So congrats on that. The Commanders are from Washington, D.C. Yeah, but wasn't there what happened to the Redskins? And then they changed their name, correct?
Our team. So why would it be your team? Why would it have anything to do with your? Oh God.
That's what I was upset about. That there's a Washington team that used to be called the Redskins, and now they're just called. What are they? They just now look like the Washington Football Club or something crazy like that, right? Or did they change back? Again, I'm out of date of sports. I haven't watched sports in a zillion years, so I don't even know.
Oh, this is embarrassing. This is like so much cringe embarrassment.
I know about the Seahawks, stupid. We're not talking about the Seahawks. And who cares if it's Washington, D.C.? What are you talking about? I'm not complaining because it's my local team, you fucking dunce. I'm saying I don't like the fact that they changed the name from Redskins to something else because they found it so culturally offensive. It has nothing to do with the fact that they're from Washington, D.C. or here. Boy, you're dumb. All right, enough.
He
I
bans
knew the guy's
people.
name, and all I had to do was look at his name, and I knew.
He bans people. Well, I'm going to ban you for correcting my editor. How dare you pick up on my stupidity. Just because I referred to it as our team and he showed myself to be an absolute incompetent piece of crap. Oh my God, that is so embarrassing. So Phil's glazing of Justin Wong was quite interesting. That being said, pulled up an old clip. This is not even that old. 8 months ago, Phil had some very different opinions about Justin Wong. Here's what Phil had to say about Justin Wong less than a year ago, 8 months ago.
Why are you joking? If you knew the real story, that the reason that I was crying is because I was embarrassed because I was an alcoholic and I couldn't control myself, and I was apparently doing things I couldn't even remember. I mean, that's blackout drunk, that you don't remember what you did when you're drunk. And that's why I was crying, because I was so upset with myself that, you know, that's not something to laugh at. That's not something to make fun of. That's a serious issue. Oh, ha ha ha. Phil cried. Do you even know what happened? Were you there? If you weren't, then shut the fuck up. No one needs to hear your dumb, uninformed fucking opinion, Justin. Ha ha ha. So funny. DSP cried. Oh, I'm sure I could find shit about anyone in the FGC and I could laugh at you too. But at this point, this was an interview done with Justin. Again, I wasn't part of the FGC. I was actually becoming a popular YouTuber, and the whole FGC turned against me and wanted to fucking shit on me because I was popular on YouTube and they were nowhere near as popular on YouTube. So everyone wants to drop my name and talk shit about me. You remember when he cried? Remember that? How do you know? You weren't there. There's no video footage of it. No one spoke of it. How the fuck would you possibly know? You don't know shit. If you don't know what the fuck you're talking about, keep your fucking mouth shut. Because then years later, I'll talk about it during my documentary. All people will see my react, and you look like a jackass. So Justin, guess what? You owe me a fucking apology. You really do. Now, I've talked shit about you in your game and shit like that. I didn't make any personal attacks against you. This is a pretty fucked up personal attack, and I think you should apologize to me. I don't think you will, but I do think you owe me an apology. Anyway,
Jesus.
Let's continue.
Yeah, Phil, so people have said it a lot of time, Phil has something what is called an apology fetish, where he seems to kind of get off on the idea of other people apologising to him. You know, especially kind of prominent people, well-known people and all that shit, you know what I mean? He likes to demand apologies from these fucking individuals, you know, so he can fucking feel like he's important or whatever. It's just, yeah, it's just like full-on, like, Karen mode or whatever. Hey, Broside Phil's in the chat and saying America, America, America. Fuck yeah. So there we go. Good stuff indeed. I hope you're enjoying yourself, Broside Phil, on this day indeed. You know, I hope you're having a grand time. Aye, I just thought it was interesting that Phil is currently glazing the crap out of Justin Wong. You know what I mean? He's begging him to play him in sets on the Fighting Collection or whatever, and yet 8 months ago Phil was not as friendly with Sir Justin as he is these days. I guess Justin apologised like Phil wanted. I don't know. It's just, yeah. It's funny how Phil just kind of changes tune depending and if he feels he can use individuals or not for his own personal gain. Like he's trying to fucking use Justin for clout right now to draw attention to his fucking fighting game crap. What's this all about here? So a little short clip here. Looks like DSP felt bullied and changed barbecued chicken to what it really is.
Tomorrow, my wife is making a summer style spread. It's going to be a slow cooker chicken thigh meat in a homemade barbecue sauce.
That sounds different to what Phil had promised individuals before. Like, didn't Phil just like promise barbecue chicken? That is different from, I'm pretty sure he's changed that from what he told what it was originally. Like he's gonna have a big, you know, a big slap up barbecue meal, you know what I mean? Celebrate America and all that shit, and now it's completely changed and different now. It's now some sort of slow cooker deal. When Carter's needing to pay attention to it fucking for 95% of the time. Wow. So won't ask his wife to pick up takeaway for him on her way home from work because she's not his servant and he won't have her do things that are for his business. But yeah, she's she's forced to fucking cook. All the time. There you go. And also a little reminder, it's been almost 3 months since this happened.
My wife is the reason why I'm so happy.
Oh, God.
Now, of course, I'm getting emotional, but did you see how angry I was?
Was?
Before I met Kat? You saw how angry I was, right?
Like, I'm trying to force me, dear. I've changed, guys. Thank you for your money.
Dude, Kat is the reason why I'm not angry anymore. Because I'm happy. Everything before her was another life. Everything since I met her has been the best life. I don't, and I wish that for all of you.
I just want you to bear that in mind. Ever since Phil has met Kat, it's been the best life. There has been no known life-changing events that Phil has gone under as far as we can tell. Like, he's always been there to stream it every single day. So it's not like they've gone anywhere and like had some incredible fucking meaningful memories somewhere. If they've had to have some special fucking meaningful memories together, it's during Phil's days off, where he runs to the fucking grocery store or whatever, and sometimes Kat joins him, and sometimes, usually, she doesn't join him. So if it just kind of makes you wonder, what is it that is happening behind the scenes in the rare time they have together, which people are not aware of, because like, as I said, Phil's life I wouldn't wish on anyone.
I really do. Do you like me? Do you like me?
What? I forgot that.
My wife is the...
I forgot that. You lost money. How do you like me? You gave me money, so you must like... Jesus Christ. Awful. Oh, it's so cringe. Also, this was shared like 5 minutes ago by Grexit. I don't remember seeing this, but it's funny.
Phil Burnell. I put it under Phil Burnell. Okay, he really had to get that maxed out Brock Lesnar, guys. Can you really blame him? Can you really blame him? Speaking of which, I am in massive amounts of debt. Please give me $500,000, and it's definitely not so that I can go max out Oomphy on Genshin Impact. Please.
Jesus.
I need to declare bankruptcy because I have no money. And it's not just because I'm a dipshit. The gamer. Yeah.
Glorious. It's always fucking hilarious whenever people and other content creators are burying Phil. But there you go, Phil freshly buried there. Oh god, another one just like 2 hours ago. Hold on, this is JG Anno. From 2 hours ago, and people are just enjoying. Just Phil getting roasted, you know, right now.
People got so mad, and someone, I'll remember this for the rest of my life. Somebody said, wow, that sounds like a really DSP thing to do. I was like, what? They said it was a dark side Phil thing to do. I was like, holy shit. That's probably like one of the most insulting things that's ever been said to me.
Oh god.
I was like, I farmed humanity off stream because I thought it would be too boring for everyone to watch. I wasn't trying to like sneakily level up or something or do something that people would want to watch.
I just love that, you know, you can make jokes, not shit about, you know, his ass persons, isn't it? But she's like, oh, she got hit with it's a TSP thing to do. She's like, too far. I will remember this insult for the rest of my life. How dare you?
I don't even remember their name, but that comment fucked me up.
Understandable.
Only say that if I like forget to turn my camera off and I'm like itching my leg or something.
Oh Jesus Christ. Yeah, it's absolutely brutal. I've never seen somebody's cut, you know what I mean? So it's fantastic. Just seeing them come out of nowhere, wee gems like that. So the bad man's awake. The bad man's awake and he's online. What's he talking about? Joey Chestnut returned and won the hot dog contest again. Let's get up and running. Why? Hot dog contest? I mean, who cares? So yes. Phil also got a super chat. Wow. Oops, press the wrong thing. Wait a second. To press the wrong thing. Go up there. Yeah. Phil got a super chat from Profit Winner. Only $5. There you go, $5. Happy 4th of July. Phil's already up and running for his goal. Now guys, I do have a poll running in chat. It's going to last all bingo long, okay? It'll last until the end of the stream effectively, you know? The poll is straightforward, okay? Do we think that Phil Burnell... Well, we're just basically, we're trying to guess how much money Phil is going to make today for his entire marathon. And if you guys guess correctly, if the majority vote is the accurate guess, we get 3 free spaces on Monday's bingo. So there we go. See, so as I said, there's 4 options also for the poll. If you think it's going to, you know, is under $500, there's between $500 and $1,000, there's $1,000 and $1,500, and over $1,500.
Come the fuck in or fuck the fuck off.
And so basically, that's, you know, those are the 4 options. You can guess what you want. And thank you, Larry, for gifting a membership. Very kind of neat. So Larry has gifted a membership, and that membership has gone to Guy Who Cooks the Books. So congratulations, Guy Who Cooks the Books, for getting a membership, and make sure you thank Larry for gifting you a membership. Very kind of you indeed, Larry, much appreciated. But as I said, Phil Burnell is awake and he's live and he's online. Remember, Phil's premise for today's event and show is for him to receive $50 of support, and every time he does that, he will put on a new hat or vest, and for every other $50, he retires the thing he was wearing. You know, that's his whole premise. I was sent a video by Brian. Remember yesterday we were on Minecraft? We were talking about this. Remember I looked at this fucking guy's castle. This guy built a whole game in vanilla Minecraft. And Brian sent me a video of his. All of Tango's hats charity live stream. So apparently this guy, this is like Tango Tech, this is the same guy who built that ridiculous game in Minecraft, you know. But he's apparently one who does charity streams sometimes. He's a quite decent, well-established YouTuber. You know what I mean? He is one for wearing silly hats sometimes, but it's for a good cause. Because this guy here, Chief Alexander, donated $500 to Gamers Outreach Foundation and all that shit, you know what I mean? So it's yeah. Sometimes also, you know, and he's wearing silly hats for the sake of like charity and all that as well.
A turkey on my head. 24 now! Here's your Pikachu hat that's way too small. Here we go. This is what the charity is for, guys. I need to hat faster.
Yeah.
No, sorry, 53,000. No, your chair is over here.
I had a bunch of speeches planned, but then we already beat.
Today, Ryan, that's such a, I guess since Minecon 2070 healthcare facilities.
Staring at the white wall, watching the hand tick is demoralizing, and if you get like 5 seconds of form up,
Hey guys,
off without total chaos.
Walk on the wall, fools.
Gosh.
On Hermitcraft. Sure, and turn your friendly sounds off. It's 4 years off my life.
Like a system here where we could read off donations.
lead the mark.
Jesus Christ, man. So the original goal, yeah, the 25,000 was our initial charity stream goal. Also, this is not just, also Tango doing it themselves. It's all of them combined are doing a charity stream, but also they do it from their own perspectives or whatever. They're doing a little thing. So that goal, that raised goal is obviously all of them combined cumulatively. But it's like the original goal was 25,000, and we're not even halfway through the video yet, and they've got like 125,000 plus raised so far. That's absolutely insane.
Donates lunch break watching the Hermits. Thank you for bringing fun up this wonderful community. He with $100 as well. It's going quicker than.
Yeah, let's go to Basalt Assault. Let's fly there.
Stop them.
Horses are
Just keep an eye out for targets. If you see them,
Yeah, grab some food.
We gotta repair the whole scout.
How did this blow up over here?
What is this?
Wait, how did the controller?
Just got so overwhelmed at the start.
How we doing?
Yeah. Speed run the names. Name 100.
Jessica Schuler. So such a good cause. All the Hermitcraft brings to our lives. It's an honor to be partnered. Dude, I'm firing off at like 200.
Once again.
Oh my god!
Hey, so good.
What happened?
Hey, it's 220. We made 220,000. Wow.
Get
off my lawn!
Absolutely, wow.
We have raised a quarter. Yeah, let's watch. Yeah.
I don't mind. Pull up to the pit stop, and then
Dude,
Oh,
I
of
need to
course.
wheels it with it.
Again.
Ratcherian. We got Pegatan with a Honda.
That's the wrong button. Go ahead.
We-
About a PlayStation said plug it in.
Can't fly without the goggles. Come on. No, that's so good, Pearl.
So good.
It was like an emergency. We got to do something cool.
I need to get my diamond.
Suma's
right
pocket
now.
rush.
really simple.
Yeah, it's easy and a lot of fun. It's back now.
And he slab with the 123. John Campbell, Lofty God, Compost Crew, Submarine Sunlight, and Mama with 100.
Okay, those numbers were crazy towards the end. I don't know what it ended, of course, but that was they kept having to raise the goal by 25,000 each time. The original aim was 25,000 apparently. They'd almost hit 400,000. Brian says I think they ended up like at 450k. That is insane. That's incredible. But yeah, here's also this is a content creator that puts a lot of hats on, obviously for a good cause, whatever. It's a good thing. It's just ridiculous. Some of the hats as well. But that's also going to charity. Phil's going to wear hats so he can just pocket your money. And the more money you give him, the more hats he has to show off, so he enjoys himself and all that jazz. So yeah, that's just make sense of that what you will. So there you go. Cheers to Bang for sending us that video. A good example of content creators wearing hats for a good cause. So all these different silly hats to in the name of charity or whatever. Anyway, here's a video here I've seen linked to my Discord. DSP thanking the military 4th of July VR chat trolling special.
It is an honor and a privilege to be able to live in the country that you defended and gave your life for. Thank you for that. If you know anyone today who's in the armed forces, reach out to them and just say thanks. They're going to appreciate it. Trust me. Okay? Okay.
Sorry?
and to say, thank you so very much. We're never going to forget you.
Okay, I'll make sure to say that.
So you have to understand that the people who enlist have a level of strength that is very different from the common person.
I understand.
Oh, you wouldn't have been good for the military because you struggle with confrontation.
What the fuck? What the fuck just happened?
It is an honor and a privilege to be able to live in the country that you defended and gave your life for. Thank you for that.
Mate, this is just an avatar. Well, sure, maybe I'll join the actual army in like 2 years, but like, still haven't done much for the country yet. But
Can we take a moment to remember those who gave the ultimate sacrifice, those who didn't come back, and to say, thank you so very much. We're never going to forget you. It is an honor and a privilege to be able to live in the country that you defended and gave your life for. Thank you for that.
Nah, sorry, I'm Vietnamese.
And just say thanks. They're going to appreciate it. Trust me. Okay? Okay.
Oh, trust me, I do to my friend all the time.
And to say, thank you so very much. We're never going to forget you.
I smoked a fat ass joint for them. You feel me, bro? You have a nice day yourself.
Oh, what up, man?
If you know anyone today who's in the armed forces, reach out to them and just say thanks.
No, I'm not gonna do that.
Hey, how you doing?
How you doing?
You want to find out?
Are you all right?
Yeah, I'm a former Delta Ranger and I can pull your shit, bud. Knock it off.
No
one United States Military Police, Delta Ranger. I trained in San Monaco, worked in Fort Campbell, Tennessee. Keep it up. I will find you. I can do it easily. One call. Keep it up.
Why join the Air Force if the goal is not to be in the air? Isn't that what you want to do? Like, you can be in the Air Force and not be in the air.
What the fuck is he waffling about?
I just can't handle the pressure. You're right. I just crack. Constantly crack. You got it. Yes, because the entire time that I was a competitive Street Fighter player, and at every single moment I was in a confrontation with opponents, and I was beating them and winning tournaments, and I was performing on a stage in front of thousands of people, and I'm here every single day with a public face. Oh yeah, I'm really bad at confrontation. You fucking mouth drooler.
Yeah, that was a bizarre little video, but there you go. It's just, well, yeah, it was somebody made, it's like Shannon made that, whatever, you know, just, don't say somebody pretending to film these bloody VR chat games, whatever. There's a new video I saw when I finished Bingo the other day, and we've, you know, finished up Bingo, checked YouTube, and there's a new video on my feed. Cheers, G McFly, for popping 4 months saying let's go, big ups King Jad and everyone else. Cheers, big ups G McFly. Thank you very much for being a Bingo Barry for the 4 months, and as I said, hope everyone's going to enjoy their day today and all that. But yeah, finishing Bingo yesterday, Street Panda had made a new video. Now, Street Panda, you might remember, that's the person that made that bloody art book about film. Yeah, so Jesus, man, I'm dreading what this is going to be like. I was going to watch some of it. I'm not going to watch all of it, you know. It's like 16 minutes, but we'll watch some of it and just we'll see what the hell we're doing for today. I was asking how we're doing 8 bingo cards today. I don't plan to. I'm expecting the normal bingo card or whatever. And actually, hold on, before you can go live, Robert sent me a screenshot of a chat of Phil being his usual toxic self. Hold on, I need to rewind the chat and see where he said it, whatever. Like, what could have caused him to say this? Yeah, that's what yes, yeah. Hold on. What prompted this response from Phil, this angry response? Like, we already paid for pickles, saying Phil promised pickles and then didn't order it. Nobody in chat wanted Jollibees. And Copium says, yeah, but your orders with different food, you can't expect to order at once now, pay up. Prophet One says, time to get drunk, boys. And Phil's response is just simply, someone is retarded. It's the 4th of July, lol. What the hell? But yeah, just Phil being his usual toxic self. Oh, he's live. He's live. Did he not even have an intro? He just went straight into it. Oh my. What an arsehole. That concerns me. That makes me think that Phil is not actually doing a proper podcast today. Like, he's not... Oh, this might be... How the hell are we playing bingo today? If he's just basically starting with a podcast... I know it's not a podcast, but you get what I'm saying. Crap. I'm not sure the best way to approach this bingo. You understand what I'm saying? Like, is this... I don't even think he's going to have some sort of pre-bingo show. Like, he might just get straight into it, I don't know. Yeah, exactly. There's no gameplay. So, I mean, I was expecting a normal podcast, and then afterwards, he'll just start recording for his closet cleanout. You know? That's what I was anticipating. I wasn't. So, I'm not sure how to feck it, you know. We'll just go with it. How about this? We'll build up speed up just while we watch some of what Street Panda has created. The video is called Cat Makes a Friend. Phil hates the world.
Phil, I want a divorce.
I'm the geriatric ghost in the bandwidth, cursed to stream my shame. Why can't I see what everyone says? Why can't I be what they thought I'd be? Scroll through chat mods dented. The only constant is my gout. My ego can no longer as every tip a detractor. For heaven's sake, I hate and sake in state, but I can't escape. I watched cat fade under the DoorDash spells. Bigger in size, smaller in brain. She doesn't react, she won't engage. Our love is dead, passion was never there. Oh wow, gentle ones at my gate. I've seen her work, but I prefer my interracial dreams. One hoof forward, two steps backwards into locale fame. Rabbit ashes in the litter box. I never learned his name.
I did not expect this.
Training. You have not completed. Ready you are not, young Padawan.
Look, Yoda, I need to train with Urban Master Mace Windu tomorrow. It's going to be a full day of rigorous activities, and my—
Jesus Christ, man. No. There's a whole lot to unpack here with his art style. The massively gout-ridden foot. What in the heck? This is not a lightsaber. That's a damn sure. What the... Oh my god. Like, this is... Jesus. I was not expecting this whatsoever.
train with Urban Master Mace Windu tomorrow. It's going to be a full day of rigorous activities, and my father wants me home by noon. Can I leave already?
Father, you have not. Orphan, you are. Philip.
Wait. Are you calling me a liar, Master Yoda? This is some unprofessional Jedi teaching. And by the way, I'm not gay. Just want that on the record, just in case. Excuse me.
Leave you will. Rock, you move? Leave you can.
Fine, but we have yet to hit those financial goals for this week. Really sounds like extortion to me, Master Yoda. Ugh, ah. Ugh, ah. Ah, ugh. Ooh.
Please get a hand cart. Please get a hand cart. Please get a hand cart.
I'm so done. I've been trying to move this stupid rock for the last 3 hours. Maybe a financial incentive might help.
Contribution, you will not. Goon, you must.
What? Are you saying my May 1st burst style is my best technique to move this rock?
Jerk, rock, you must. Do or do not. There is no try, young Philip.
Okay, oh my. Oh man, it's starting to hurt. Ooh.
Fail, you have. Jedi, you will not be. Cuck, you are.
Oh, that was odd. I see no difference in Phil whatsoever. Jesus. I mean, I feel like stopping it there. I feel like stopping it there. You guys want to watch the rest? It's moving on to another skit, however, you know what I mean, as you can see, it's, you know, bye. If you want to watch the rest of this, you know, I'm going to throw a link in the chat. You guys can enjoy it to your heart's content or whatever. Gee, I was not expecting Star Wars, you know, a Star Wars parody. Oh God Almighty. Oh, the rest of it's just like the episode proper. Okay, there we go then. There you go. But you see, you guys have seen the intro to the wee business, so yeah. Guess I don't want to spoil it, you know what I mean? But aye. You guys want to watch it? Also, the link is in the chat. So let's get set up for a bingo today, shall we? We need to have a bingo number for today's bingo card so we can generate it. So the third person, the very third person I see who puts a number in the chat will use our number to generate today's bingo card. GMFI says I'm having issues joining the Discord. I mean, if you're able to message me on Discord, I will try and drag you in, but you need to like message me first on Discord, and I can try and manually drag your ass in. So there we go. The first person was Sunny. The second person was GMFI, and technically the third person was Larry. So yeah, there we go, you know, so Larry was the third different person to submit the number, and they said 32, so we'll go with 32. Interesting number. So, we might regret this, you know, depending on what sort of show Phil's going to do, but we might regret this 5x5 bingo card. We'll have to wait and see what happens. But we need Phil to say and do the following for today's bingo stream. We need him to choose some water, him using hateful slurs, him saying positive, tired, and him discussing politics in some manner. The second row is Phil saying help and doing hand graphs and making that annoying T sound. T. Him saying him saying behind the scenes and Tim giving a troll tip. The third row is Phil saying obviously, contributions, DSP tries it, Q&A, and Tim giving a thumbs up. The fourth row is Phil pigs putting something, him saying honest react, him saying or being on Twitter or X, and Tim butchering a word. The fifth and final row is Phil saying voted feedback life you see, and finally him laughing. So that's today's bingo card we have for today's show. I think it's quite strong. I think it's a very strong card, personally. So I'm hopeful and optimistic that we can actually get a full house bingo from the show today. I have to wait and see, obviously, what happens and all that jazz. Yes, indeed. There's a variety of ways we can get free spaces to help us on our way to a full house bingo card. For example, if Phil burps, snorts, or sips 10 times before he starts recording for... I mean, I don't even know. There's no gameplay today. And it looks like he's just... like, I'm so confused what he's planning to do today. Screw it. If he snorts, burps, or sips 10 times before we finish playing bingo, we get a free space. For every 6 minutes and 40 seconds if Phil begs, that also gives a free space. If Jade shows up and Phil says hi to Jade, we get a free space for that as well. If we get 5 new, or for every 5 new rejoin members we have to bingo, that gives a free space as well.
Fucking bitch.
And finally, 50 likes is 1 free space, 75 likes is 2 free spaces, and 100 likes is not only 3 free spaces, but you guys get to enjoy the Bubbles animation made by supremely talented Pixar Animations to celebrate the 100 likes on the stream. So there we go indeed. Thank you, Larry, for the £5 super chat, who says, buy or sell a pancake roll. I'd rather have sausage rolls, but there you go. Thank you very much indeed, Larry, for the contribution. It is very kind of you indeed. Good stuff indeed. Sonic a suggestion, how about I do bingo until 1:30 DSP time? That's a good shout, actually. You know what, fine. We have until 1:30 DSP time, which gives us roughly, that's like 2 hours of DSP doing his crap. We have like 2 hours essentially to get a full house. So that's a good shout. I like that. Okay, yeah, we'll do that. But hopefully we'll get a full house before then. I'm not here for remains like 2 hours a day. Also, we can avoid that if I win bingo before then. So there we go. Apparently, Rothwell has DSP at the start. Well, that's because he started out of nowhere. What we can do about that, we can use Phil's actual stream and just listen to the start of it in case anything happens at the start, if that makes sense. So actually, let me do that right now. Let me get.
She's a big fucking bitch.
Let me do that right now, actually.
We're gonna start.
Shut up, Phil. You suck. Hold on 2 seconds. And rewind it by about 5-6 minutes. Actually, Phil's been going for like 10 minutes now. Yeah. Why is he wearing this Philomania shirt? Oh god, it's cringe. I just realised Phil's wearing this fucking Philomania shirt. Cringe as all hell. Thank you, Broside Phil, for a £7 and sorry, $7.04 super chat. It says proper date format. 7 month 4th day America. Happy 4th. There we go. Very, very unique. Very, yeah, there we go. Different proper date format. July 4, 7/4. Clever. I see what he did there. I see what he did. Very clever. So yeah, Broadside Phil, of course, will be enjoying we'll say that day today, being a proud American style individual and all that jazz. Actually, I had a wee message as well. I mean, I went and sent a wee heartfelt message to American style detractors as well. Happy 4th of July to all American style detractors out there, to celebrate a day when the people refuse to pay their taxes anymore. I'm surprised it's not DSP's favourite holiday. I'm just saying. So yeah, you'd think Phil would actually be all for his holiday and be like all crazy about it, since you know it's the kind of thing he would enjoy more than anything else. There you go. So as I said, that's a bingo card we have for today's stream. That's how we can get all the free spaces. There's a couple more things to go over, but I'm going to let Phil explain that for me.
Well, hello everyone, Phil Burnell here, letting you know about King Jad's Bingo and Marbles gameplay on YouTube. Now, you need to leave a post in the community tab to enter, and that's it. A lucky winner will be picked by playing Marbles at the end of the month. It is just that easy, any mouth-drooling idiot can do it.
Thanks Phil, you bug-eyed piece of shit, for pig-splaining that for us all to understand. Yeah, if you've not yet left a comment on that community post, do it before the end of today. Because after we're finished playing bingo today, we're going to try and complete 3 separate very challenging marble courses. The more marbles we have, the better our odds are of having at least one marble finish, because every time we get a fucking completed course, we add $10 more to that bingo prize fund. As you can see, the bingo prize fund has grown quite well so far for the month of July, but that's also partially because of you. That's mainly down to you guys being so supportive, you know what I mean? So yeah, that's excellent stuff indeed. Thank you very much for that. So yeah, I'll say, by the end of the month, you know, by the time we get to the end of July, we're going to have a marble race on the final day of the month and see who wins half of that bingo prize fund. It could be you, but you've got to be in it to win it, as the old saying goes. Yeah, so there you go. I think I've covered all the bases. The only thing left for me to really do is just to press the random Scottish soundboard button to send us off into battle once more. And on that note, it is time for some bingo. Although remember, I'm using Phil's actual stream just for the first 10 or 15 seconds, because Raw Phil has Phil on mute because Phil started out of nowhere and caught him off guard. So yeah, here we fucking go, guys. It's at time bingo. Good luck. It's just, yeah. And remember, don't forget about the poll. If you've not yet voted in the poll, remember the poll we have is going to run all stream long. How much do you think Phil is going to make for this entire marathon? If the most popular guess is correct, then we'll have free spaces on Monday when we play bingo next. Good luck, everybody. Here we go.
Hello, everyone. Good morning. Welcome to the show. Welcome to a fun, holiday-themed marathon here on DSP Gaming. Welcome to the Indivestance Day event. I realize there aren't tons of you here yet. Reason being, it's early. It's only 11.
Shut up. Is that enough? Is that enough to kind of get away from Phil's, you know, stream? And you're raw, Phil. When did you start talking? Jesus Christ.
It's early. It's only 11:30 a.m. and typically people start to.
Yeah, that'll do. Yeah, that'll do.
11:30 a.m. and typically.
Yeah. That's fine. But so there we go. I can now get rid of Phil's actual stream and go back to Raw Phil, so we can enjoy the chat roasting Phil as he goes along. Fantastic stuff indeed. So yeah, here we go. It's just, I'm hoping for a straightforward bingo. I really am. I'm just hoping that Phil isn't going to be daft and just arse around and screw us over here. Yeah. I don't know. I've got a feeling that Phil's going to ruin bingo just by being himself.
Show up during the course of my podcast, which usually runs from about now to like 1 p.m. So what we're going to do is a nice hangout session, a little bit of a build-up, see what you guys are up to. We'll talk about the holiday, what everyone's doing. I'll explain the premise of everything we've got going on today, because we've got quite a lot. I'm surrounded by stuff right now that we'll be doing today, so that's cool. And then we probably won't get started with anything like cleaning out this closet until after this whole big like intro session. So first of all, the fireworks are going off, and I want to say Happy Independence Day to everyone who is in the United States of America today. It is our 4th of July celebration where we celebrate all of our freedoms, right? And that is awesome that we have so many freedoms that we enjoy that sadly a lot of people take for granted. You know, notably the people who sit around all day complaining about how bad their lives are on social media, when if they lived in another country, they probably wouldn't be able to even post openly on social media.
Burger.
So, I want to say, first of all, Thank you to those who served in our armed forces for allowing us to have the freedoms that we have. I want to say thank you to everyone out there who tries to defend the American way, because it is very different than how it is in a lot of other places in the world. You know, the fact that I can sit on this stream and just talk openly is something that is basically taken for granted by quite a lot of people, and a lot of people these days abuse it. I like to try to do things more responsibly. As you know, I try to stay out of the realm of drama these days, which is a great choice in my opinion. If you haven't noticed, in the last 3.5 months, things have changed dramatically for the better. No drama, instead focusing on games, focusing on great positive content, and I feel like that has changed things, and people are enjoying the content more, especially the core fan base, right? People who kind of shied away for that, 6+ month period, and then they came back when they said, oh, Phil is back. That's right. So, I'm excited for today to spend the day with all of you. I hope that you guys are excited as well. What is up today? First of all, hello everyone. How is everyone? Hey, what's up, Chris? What's going on, Prophet Warner? Mozzie? Tomomaru, what's up? You're not funny. How you doing? President Eisenhower says, are you aware of any active servicemen who watch my content to distract themselves? I have no idea. If they do, thank you for your service. Really appreciate it, and I hope that you enjoy the content. Burger. Thanks for everything that you've done. There you go. That's all I'm going to say about that. Okay. That's correct. If you haven't noticed, everything I'm doing today is themed. I'm wearing red, white, and blue. Of course, this shirt will not stay on today because it's in the Vestin stay, which we're going to explain very soon what that means, because there's going to be some vests and hats and funny stuff going on today. I'm excited for that. But yeah, I'm wearing red, white, and blue. We've got new patriotic animations here for the day, and we've got fireworks. But by the way, I also have another light show that actually looks like the American flag, and we're going to use that once I start cleaning out the closet. That actually is a lot brighter than this, because actually with these fireworks, it's quite dark in here. It's just a fun, it's explosions around the walls and stuff. But when I turn on the other one, it'll be a nice bright backdrop. We'll be able to see what I'm doing when I'm actually doing the closet clean out today. So we will have some changes and things. And like I said, later in the day, if, we get through all the things that we're aiming to do today, and we get kind of bored with whatever, then we can change it up and do other things. We can maybe play some games or whatever. We'll see. I'm not even thinking about what to do in that case, because today is a nice, laid-back day. Just relaxing, just having a good time with the audience, talking, hanging out, enjoying the atmosphere, celebrating our independence, right? And just having a good one and not worrying too much about anything. I didn't even hit record yet. There you go. By the way, I just spilled water everywhere, because I overfilled my cup and then I hit my table and now it's spilled everywhere. So hold on one second while I clean this up, and then I'll probably start recording, because I didn't start recording yet. I do want to do like an intro video to the event and all of that. Okay, hold on.
Jesus Christ, he is so disorganized. He is so disorganized.
Ugh, water went everywhere, man. I did it. Spilled all. At least thank goodness I just drink water. Because imagine if I drank like juice or soda in here, I'd be making a disgusting mess. But it's just water, thankfully.
On the day he's promoting the fans to try and get him drunk, he has a whole bunch of alcohol ready to go today.
Okay.
As long as he has paid $100 per shot, of course.
This. Happy 4th of July to Queen of Hearts. How's everyone doing today? Let me ask you guys this. What are you guys up to today? Are you going to be just spending time at home? Are you going to be going out and doing stuff later for the holiday? How many of you are actually in the United States? I know many of you are not. I know that many of you are actually all around the world. I know around 50% of my viewer base is international. So many of you, it's just a normal Friday, right? Just staying home. Okay. Cleaned up the mess. You're in New York City. Oh, good luck. That's all I got to say about that. Good luck, man. I would not want to be there right now. Oh, there's going to be a parade later you're going to go see. You're not funny? That's cool. I used to go to parades when I was younger, sometimes with my parents. Go to a family party. That's cool.
Phil can't go to parades anymore because everyone else will think Cat is part of the show as a blimp.
You're going to go see the Jurassic Park later. Oh, I can't imagine it. Well, I was going to say I can't imagine it being any good only because there's too many of them, but what can I say? I mean, maybe it is. I don't know. I don't want to be a hater. The last time I had Kool-Aid was probably when I was a child. I was a high C kid. I didn't particularly like Kool-Aid. I drank a lot of the high C drinks and stuff like that. And then later on, they had these bottles, the squeezable bottles that you would snap the top off and squeeze it. And I used to drink those, but it wasn't the Kool-Aid brand. It was a different brand that I used to have. And then Kool-Aid copied them and started putting their Kool-Aid in those bottles. Kool-Aid actually didn't innovate that. Somebody else did. High C is better. I agree. I think High C was always better than Kool-Aid. Okay, so let me throw this out. I'll actually start recording. I'll do our festivities here. I'll explain the premise of today and what we're doing. All right, and we'll go from there. Oh, you live in Canada and you had Canada Day on July 1st? Ah. Oh, yeah, we had fireworks last night. We had fireworks at 11 o'clock and then again at midnight, because we have 2 different cities here that do them. So you can hear one city at 11 and one city at midnight, and it was loud as hell. And then, of course, the morons who are, like, high and drunk start setting off their own fireworks, which are completely illegal. They're not allowed here. They're outlawed. But they started setting them off all night. So we heard fireworks basically all night long. There's nothing you can do about that. Okay, give me one sec.
Who fucking cares?
That's boring. You're boring, everybody. Quit boring
Okay,
everyone.
let's get started. Let me do a formal intro. Let me record and everything. Okay, everybody? Alrighty. Here we go. Hello, everyone. DSP here, and welcome to my Indivestance Day Marathon for 2025. A brand new idea that we all kind of came up with over the last several months. A combination of many different things together, fused into one day-long marathon event here on DSP Gaming. As you can see, the festivities are in full swing. We've got a full fireworks show going on in my studio today. I've got colorful things all over my keyboards, my TV, and all of this. I'm wearing red, white, and blue to celebrate. We actually have patriotic animations that we'll be playing all day long here, and I'm excited to spend the day with all of you. Now, if you're not here live, you're still here in spirit if you're watching. Thanks for tuning in and enjoying this event. It's going to be a very interesting one. This first segment is just an intro and hangout session where we're just going to chat and talk. I'll do some shout-outs, things like that for the beginning. Then we're going to start cleaning out this closet, which now is cluttered. 3 years of clutter since the last time I did this, mostly because I upgraded my setup so much in the last year. A lot of the equipment and stuff that I used to use just got tossed in there. It is a mess. So we're going to be cleaning that out. And by the way, there's all kinds of cool stuff in there, including fan art from over the years, collectibles and things for the backgrounds, decorations. There's also my game collection, the classic games that I have from like 15 years ago that we showed off 3 years ago, but now I can actually show you all of them in full HD with these nice cameras and everything. I can show you what they look like and everything. So it's going to be a nice chill day of hanging out and enjoying each other's company while I do that. But it's not just that, because this isn't the Independence Day Marathon. This is the Indivestance Day Marathon. And the reason we're calling it that is because we are bringing the vests and hats and silliness of the past out of retirement one day only here on the channel. So today, the way it's going to work is as follows. For every 50 bucks of support that I raise on this marathon, we are going to do a milestone. And we'll start with a hat. You guys will vote. What kind of a silly hat from my collection do you want to see me wear? We'll have polls. And then we'll put that on. Then have 100 bucks raised. You'll vote on one of my vests to wear. All right? My vest collection is like 8 or 9 vests. I have like over a dozen hats. So we've got a lot of stuff that we can go through and you guys can see today over the course of the day. So this shirt probably will not be staying on for long because obviously I'm not going to wear this shirt under a vest. So it's going to be fun. Now you might say, what do you mean vests and hats? I've only been watching it for like a year. What is all this about? Well, you may not be aware of this, but at one time, there was an epidemic among online streamers.
No. I'm not going to let Phil try and explain it in his bizarre fucking way. No. If I'm going to explain, if you guys want to understand, there's only one fitting thing to explain how Phil used to fucking make money a few years ago. Let me find it. Okay. So hold on. Never mind Phil's explanation, because he's just going to try and he'll do some bizarre fucking like copium of it. You know what I mean? So no. Yeah, I think I'm gonna let shameless self-promotion here, essentially. But I'm gonna just fucking play this fucking thing I made like back in I made this back in February of 2022. You know, so fuck it. I'll let this dumbass song I made 3 years ago explain it. If you guys aren't aware of how Phil used to fucking fleece money from his dent heads, this song will explain it. First tips are mandatory. Let's make that crystal clear. A drought in tipping contributions sure gives Phil the fear. He really needs that money, guys. There's bills he has to pay. Just ignore the fact he got $1,000 the other day. Why does he need that money? What a very personal query. Of course, detractors all have come up with their own theory. With instant financial gratification, it's WWE Champions time, pouring money into that stupid game up till his final time. But there's prizes for the fans, if they so choose to tip, in the form of 3-tier gold rewards for items he'll equip. For just $50 he shall adorn a pair of gunner glasses, an expensive price to pay to force upon his loyal masses. $100 gives the fans a choice of several hats, but remember now, you have to tip, don't count for super chats. An extra $50 more has Phil put on a vest, but he really needs your buying, guys. Time for you to invest. Please remember there's a risk for every tip you send his way, as he'll have your private PayPal information when you pay. That's your actual name and email and currency that you use. These are the facts you need to know, please don't fall for his ruse. Then there's super chats, a safer way for fans to contribute compared to tipping, which is still Phil's preferred fan donating route. They take 2 months to pay out and not tied to any reward, so there's really no incentive for fans to donate toward. We mustn't forget Patreon, even though most others do. Let's be real, this isn't the avenue Phil stopped trying to pursue. His last update on the site was over 4 whole years ago, which just illustrates the lack of effort from Phil that's on show. The memberships I saw a lot of soccer accounts created just to reach a target set by Phil, so became quite inflated. Rewards were barely worth it, such as seeing Phil eat food. Fans assume multiplayer was coming, but Phil claimed was misconstrued. Then there has to be engagement, so like the video and stream, and also be sure to comment to boost Phil's own self-esteem. Phil demands 100 likes and he'll make sure that it is known, so just do as you're goddamn told as Phil sits on his crusty throne. When tips are nowhere to be seen, he'll turn on begging mode where he cries and whines and hints about how all the tips are slowed. He will say he's not complaining while he rants and moans a ton, screaming, "All I wanna do is play games and have fun." Every game's behind a paywall, but some tips goals must be met. A run of slow streams puts that game in immediate threat. The fans are trained to satiate Phil's financial desires to fulfill Phil's own expectations of what money that he requires. If you don't trust that pig roach to spend money on a game, you can just send him console credits for Phil to eventually claim, and send him your best artwork to contribute to his streams. If you think Phil's gonna pay you though, you've fallen for his schemes. So tipping in super chats, Patreon memberships, liking and commenting vids, it's a lot to demand of for an audience that's consisting mainly of young kids. When the guilt tripping's high and the fans start to cry and they're throwing equipment at you, it is mainly all due to the guilt caused by you from the begging that you put them through. Then you entice us with a brand new crisis to elicit more contributions. The black shirt is warm while you look for orange, you state financial resolutions. So give him your blood and your sweat and your tears while you're leaving yourself in financial arrears for tomorrow's the same as so today's Phil's aim just to keep you donating for years. Yeah, so that was how it used to be, you know. Snow chats didn't mean shit, memberships didn't mean shit either, you know what I mean? And it's all about the tipping. And obviously, as the more tips Phil got, the more he was inclined to fucking put on hats and vests and glasses and all that jazz. But yeah, never mind Phil's explanation of like, of how he's going to try and say that he went and done it because other content creators were getting money for taking their clothes off. That is not what inspired the vest streak shot. Phil has retconned that. They watched an old video of Phil's on his channel one day. He was wearing a dumbass beige vest. And people were asking him, "You still got it, Phil? You still got it?" And he found it, he said, "Wow guys, I still got it." And then money. You know. So guys, I can't wear the vest all the time. If I do it won't be special anymore. And then Phil was throwing hundreds of dollars in tips. And Phil's like, "You know what? I'm gonna wear it all the time."
There were people who were on places, notably Twitch, all right? And they were doing this thing where they would literally get on a stream and they would say, "If you contribute, I will take my clothes off. I'll start getting partially half naked, almost fully naked. I'll be in a swimsuit. I'll jump inside of a hot tub. I'll ride an inflatable pickle Rick. I'll cover my body in oil and I'll write your name all over my naked body." It was absolutely, positively vile. And I said, you know what? I'm going to prove to the entire internet you don't have to sell yourself out and be the lowest common denominator of scumbag in order to make a living. Instead, I'm going to do the opposite. I'm going to put clothes on and make a living. So here's what really happened. What really happened was, it was 2020. And I was doing a marathon similar to this one. But it was actually a retrospective event. I used to do these events where we would go back down memory lane and watch my old content from back in the day. And we were watching an old video from like 2010. Me, you know, looking way different than I do today. And in this video, I was wearing a beige vest, a puffer vest. You know, the ones you wear outside as like a light jacket. And people were like, "What's that vest? We've like never seen you in that vest before." And I was like, "Oh, I remember that vest. You know, that's what I used to wear basically off camera." What I think happened in this video is I had come back from like being out to dinner with my parents or something, and I just randomly jumped on to do a vlog, and I was wearing the vest. And people were like, "Do you still have that vest?" So I said, "I don't know, you know, let me go check it out." So I went downstairs, I started going through my closet, and lo and behold, there it was. I still had it. So I put on the vest, right? So then people thought of some silly ideas. They were like, "Hey, if you hit a support goal on a stream, you should put on the vest." And I was like, "I think that's stupid, but if you guys really want it, who cares, right?" Little did I know that the vest would become one of the biggest memes, one of the biggest running things that I did. We hit support goals for hundreds of streams. It lasted from like early that year. I want to say it was like February or March of that year. And it lasted throughout almost the entirety of the summer, where every single stream people would come and support the stream and I would put on the vest. It got so big that I bought multiple vests. I have different ones of different colors, different styles. Then people were like, "Well, can you have tiered rewards? Can you have a hat and a vest and some glasses?" And then, sure, right? Who cares? And so that's what would happen is people would come contribute, and every day you'd see me putting on clothes. And that was the running gag. While all these other idiots on the internet were getting naked for money, basically whoring themselves out, I was actually dressing up and making bank doing it. Now, eventually the vest streak, as we called it, did come to a close. It was near the end of the summer, I want to say. I still remember I was playing some Paper Mario game, and finally we had a stream, we didn't hit the goal. And it was like legendary. Across the internet, there was reverberations. It was like a shockwave big bang went through, and it was like, the goal wasn't hit, the vest streak ended.
And technically the fucking vest streak ended a long time before that, but Phil refused to fucking accept that his bad math caused that. Phil one time didn't add up his goal properly, you know? He claimed he hit the goal when his bad math actually fucking failed him and he was short. But Phil retconned this by saying, well, I'm sure it would have had a goal anyway, somebody would have came along and gave him money. So yeah, it was kind of a fake goal, if that makes sense. It was kind of, even though he got to like 276 like fucking straight streams or whatever, it was kind of fabricated eventually. And yeah, Phil refused to fucking go offline for the longest time on that final stream. He refused to fucking turn his stream off. He didn't want to go away. I mean, if you've never seen the video of Phil refusing to turn his stream off essentially, while waiting for a last second Whale Mary to try and save the streak, you've got to watch it. It's incredible. You know, he actually starts talking after like fucking 10 minutes straight of nothingness, you know. He turns the microphone back on and he's like, guys, well, the stream's still online, you know, like, I'm still here, there's no contribution, so I guess that's it. Yeah, it's like 19 minutes, it's crazy. It's unbelievable.
In reality, it was just a silly thing for me, but for some...
Moki's like, don't make me watch it. No, Moki, this is one of those things which is worth watching. It just really illustrates Phil's awkwardness and his sheer greed and his need for it. Even though he's been given so much before, it's never enough. The one time it fails, he's like, it's over, I'm going to have to put it to 0 again.
Some people who hyperfixate on things, it actually was a big deal. And so I continued with the hats and vests. Eventually, I actually added in gunner glasses, which are these gaming glasses that you put on to reduce blue light. So I added those into the mix as well over a while. And it was just a funny thing that we did for many years. Now, last year, a lot of things changed for me in a very positive manner. And to be honest with you guys, I was really tired of the whole hat and vest and glasses gimmick. It had gotten so played out. But you know, there's people who kind of get used to things and they see it as part of the normal rotation of stuff we do. And they were like, we want it. And I just kept doing it. But it really didn't matter to me anymore. Nor do I think it really mattered to most of my fans. It was more just a hyper-fixated group that really liked this. So finally last year, as things changed for the better, meaning my setup improved, my content improved, people started supporting more, I phased it out. And before you know it, I wasn't doing it anymore. And a lot of people just didn't care because no one really cared to begin with. It was supposed to just be a silly thing. Why it got taken so seriously for so long, I have absolutely no idea. And if anything, now, being more successful now than I previously was during all those vest streaks and everything, it just goes to show that people support me not for a gimmick, but because they actually like me and my content. It wasn't because they wanted to see a vest, it was because they actually like the stuff I'm putting out and it entertains them.
If that was really true, then explain why you don't hit goals sometimes. So if it's nothing to do with the content you're creating and more to do with you as a human being, then why do you fail multiple streams for hitting goals? Your logic is not fucking fallible. It makes no sense, Phil. If it was nothing to do with what you're actually doing on a stream and more to do with just you as an individual, you would never fail a goal again, using your logic. It doesn't make sense.
A lot of people don't like to believe that because they can't believe that I'm successful. You know, my existence as a creator who makes a good living on the internet just thwarts the efforts of so many people who just hate my guts for no good reason besides jealousy. But anyway, I digress. The vests and hats have been retired for about a year now, and I haven't been using them. Now, every once in a while, someone will bring it up. Hey, Phil, whatever happened to the hats and the vests? Are you ever going to bring them back? And I say, no. Been there, done that. It was like a 4-year span. We had enough of that. I moved on. Things are much better now. Why on earth would we go back? But, you know, we started having these ideas, and someone had said at one point, why don't you do a last hurrah style event? An event where this would be the last chance to see the hats, the vests, and all this stuff on a silly stream. And I said, you know, that could make sense. And then we started talking about ideas for marathons and the like, and there's holidays coming up. And so we kind of compiled everything. We got Independence Day event, hat and vest retirement event, closet clean out event, just put them all into one. So that's what today is. It's literally a day where we're going to hang out and we're going to do various things. The first thing we're going to do is clean out this closet, which is so cluttered. It's got hats and vests in it, taking up half the space that I don't wear. So we need to get those out of the way. So what we're going to do is for every $50 that I raise today, you guys are going to vote. Do you want to see a hat or vest? You're going to vote on one, and whatever wins the poll, I'm going to wear. Then for the next $50 raised, we do it again and again and again. So over the course of today, we're going to see many hats and vests, okay? Now, once I wear one of them and we move on to another, it will be retired. So let's say I wear a hat and then I put on a vest and we raise another 50. Well, this hat goes away. And I actually have a ginormous storage bin over here on the floor where I'm going to be putting away these hats and vests for storage for now. They will be retired, meaning I'm not going to be wearing these things at all, maybe once in a blue moon for a special themed event, right? Like if the Sonic the Hedgehog game comes out, maybe I'll wear the Sonic hat. But outside of that, you're not going to see me wearing this stuff. However, there may be future ideas, future things that happen. So for example, if this is a hit, people like this event today, then maybe we'll turn it into an annual thing. Maybe Indivestance Day will be an annual marathon. Now this year, I'm going to be cleaning out the closet. Obviously, I won't be doing that every year. Maybe other years we'll do different things, different gaming events and things on Indivestance Day. But this will be the one day only where if you contribute, you get to see me dress up in silly hats and vests and have a good time with the audience. Now that's not all we're doing today. Because as you know, when I do marathons, I like to have some booze. So, today, I've got a wide variety of stuff to drink. Would you like to see some of it? Okay.
Who fucking cares?
I've got moonshine. I've got 3 kinds of moonshine. I've got apple pie. I've got mango habanero. And I have punch, which I think is like a fruit punch. So I have 3 different flavors of moonshine shots to drink today. All right? I also have... the return of a fan favorite, the 99 Fruits Pack, Party Pack. These are shots of the 99 brand liquor, and they're all flavored different fruits. I actually did this very early in the year on one of my first or second marathons of the year. I think I want to say it was like February or January. And it did really well. People liked it because they could pick the flavor and everything. They thought it was a cool gimmick. So we got those. I actually have 2 leftover lemonades as well. One's like strawberry and one's raspberry and one's pink lemonade. So I have leftover shots of this. These are available as well, okay? Also, and by the way, I'm not drinking all of this today. These are just the options, okay? Also, I have something I never tried before. It's called rum chata. So it's supposed to be shots of horchata, which is, I guess, a Mexican drink. I think it's supposed to be like dairy mixed with rum. I don't know. I've never had it before. So I wanted to try that too. So that's in the mix. And then I got a bottle of whiskey that I've had for a few months that I every once in a while take a shot of. The Double Peat Malt Whiskey. It is a blended whiskey. And it is pretty...
Is he going to fucking say it right from where it's from?
Strong. It's very smoky, but also very salty, like sea salt and smoke flavor. So I've got a wide variety...
And even bothered to try and say it. You know, every time you try to fucking say the place where it was made or whatever, you know what I mean, he butchers the fucking name of the place. But I never even bothered to try it that time.
Of liquor to drink today, which you will also determine. So every $50, there's a milestone where I put on a hat or a vest. Every $100 raised, I take a shot. So we're going to have stuff going on all day long, okay? Whenever these people contribute, you're going to see me taking shots, putting on glows, polls going on. There's going to be a lot of activity and a lot of interactivity during today's event. It's not just about me sitting here cleaning out my closet. There's going to be a lot going on, okay? Now, in addition to everything I just showed you, we got some food coming later today. My wife will be cooking a backyard barbecue style spread of food for a meal that we will share later today to celebrate. It's going to be slow cooker dark meat chicken made in a homemade barbecue sauce. She's going to make it from scratch and slow cook it over the course of today. We're going to eat that on like Hawaiian rolls, okay? Also, homemade mac and cheese, which is going to have various different kinds of cheese, not just one, jalapeno peppers, bacon, and other seasonings and ingredients in it. Also, we've got some watermelon, we got some wavy chips, we got some sides and things, you know what I'm saying? So it's going to be a good American-style meal here on stream to celebrate the 4th of July.
Who cares?
So, if you can stick around today and hang out, please do. We got many people who are joining now as I'm doing the intro, and thank you for coming by and hanging out with me here today on Independence Day. If you're not here live, again, you're here in spirit, and I appreciate you watching. Thanks for checking it out. You may or may not be interested in the things that I'm doing today. I'll try to split this up into segments and highlights. So, for example, this is the intro segment. If we have a segment where something notable comes out of the closet, I'll try to title that part that so you know what you're looking at when you're looking at the videos on demand and stuff like that, okay? It should be a good day overall.
Who fucking cares?
Nope. Once we start cleaning out the closet, I am going to change the background. I like these fireworks, but I have one that looks like the American flag waving, and I think that's going to be better. It's much brighter, so we'll be able to see better in here, because to be honest, it's kind of dark. I want better lighting. So we're going to change that when I start cleaning out the closet. And later today, there's a possibility later on in this marathon that maybe we'll do some gameplay. What gameplay?
Oh my dog! What's up?
Thank you very much for Twilight Meter Coat for the $5 super chat. It says Phil will wear his hats and vests in private, drunken crying for Cat, wishing she'd use the spoons on him with a tea enema. Our 4th of July to remember.
Tay 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 tay.
There you go. I caught those spoons and tea references. Don't worry, I didn't fly over my head. There we go. This is awful from Phil, you know what I mean? Like, this is like, imagine trying to build up hype over, you know, cleaning up after yourself, cleaning your own crap. So guys, I'm going to like fucking vacuum my room. You guys will give me $2,000 for it. Does that sound fair? I'm going to do a chore, a normal chore I should be doing anyway as a responsible human-style adult, and you guys will give me hundreds and thousands of dollars for it. Well, I get drunk off that money. Sound good?
I don't know. It's really up to you. Do you want to see me drive around in truck sim, or do you want to see me beat up some scrubs in Capcom vs. SNK 2? You know, we could talk about it, but we may just do some gameplay today as well, depending on how the day goes. Because here's the funny thing. When we did the closet cleanout event 3 years ago, all I did was the closet cleanout. There was no other stuff going on. And people said, this is the dumbest idea you've ever had. This is going to be incredibly boring. No one's going to like it. It ended up being the most attended, most supported, most raved about event that I had done in years. I'm not kidding you. Because There was shit in there that was entertaining and fun. Like, whoa, he found the hard drives. Whoa, there's stuff from fans from back in the day. Whoa, the classic games collection. So not only are we going to go through all of that today, but we're going to be going through hats and vests. We're going to be going through decorations. We're going to figure out pieces of my old equipment, something that I even want to keep using or not. It's going to be a good time, all right? And for all the people in the Kick chat who are just sitting there spamming thumbs down, I have no idea why you're thumbing down, but just know that every one of you that are here, I'm making money on you being in my chat because I get paid for viewership on Kick. So thanks for being here and thumbing down. That's right. Your attendance fills my pockets. So thanks for the money, dummies. Anyway, all right. So let's get today started with some shout outs.
Jesus, there it is. Now, bear that in mind next time he cries about Kick audience not giving him any sub-bombs. You know? Apparently Phil makes a whopping, 3 cents per person. There we go. Phil might make $1 today off a Kick chat, just for being there.
We actually have some people who've shown up and already started contributing. Here we go. So, some celebrations. We have Pausen, who's celebrating 41 months as a member, and says, evening, Phil, and happy 4th to you. Good afternoon to you, Pausen, and happy 4th to you as well. We've got Haseo, 49 months as a member. Awesome Emerald Crown wearer. Happy 4th of July. Enjoy the drinking and fireworks, but be careful. Don't want to visit from the cops. Well, that's right. I gotta keep it down. I can't get too rowdy in here today. If I get too rowdy, we'll get into trouble, and the police will show up and arrest me for drinking in my own home. That's correct. Thank you, Sale. We have Sir Sylvia with our first super chat of the day. $2 super chat says, happy 4th. Thank you to Sir Sylvia. Appreciate that. Let's get that on the leaderboard. There's one other thing I should point out as well, which I did not even mention. What we're doing also counts towards our normal rewards, our normal goals. Normally, for every 10 goals hit, and a goal is usually $150, we do a special episode of DSP Tries It where I go get some food and we do a taste test kind of a video. Well, we have one on deck. It's Grillo's Pickles menu from the Sonic restaurant chain, and we're halfway there already. We're already at 45 out of 50 goals hit. So anything that we do today, any contributions, any support, goes towards that. There's a very good chance that if we're well supported today, we'll qualify for that, and it means that we can do it as soon as we get back to normal, which, by the way, I'm not here Saturday or Sunday. I'll be back on Monday. So Monday, we could be doing this DSP Tries It, okay? Okay, Mario Kart 64 did a $2 super chat and says, why does the 4th seem not much celebrated like it has been in the past? I don't know if I've necessarily experienced that. I mean, I still see 4th of July decorations everywhere.
Well, you stay home for it. You don't fucking experience it with your fucking friends and family or whatever. Your 4th of July is the same as it is every year. Because you're a goddamn hermit and only goes out once a fucking week to get grocery shopping. Like, you just... Like, you don't celebrate 4th of July. You're here working on your 4th of July. You're not enjoying the day like most Americans should really be enjoying the day if they had a chance to, in my opinion. You know what I mean? It's like, instead of like enjoying and being a proud American and just enjoying the day off, whatever, and spend it, with your friends and family, whatever, like, you can't do that. You choose. You made the active choice not to do that. Phil would work on Christmas Day if he thinks he would get money for it.
I still see 4th of July parades, fireworks. I was just saying to the audience before I started, last night, there's 2 cities that celebrate 4th of July fireworks stuff. One of them last night were setting off fireworks at 11 p.m. They finished around 11:30ish. Then at 12 midnight, another city started setting off fireworks, and those lasted like 40 minutes. So we had like multiple explosions for like 2 straight hours, and then the morons out here who get drunk and high started setting off their own illegal fireworks all night. So basically we had no rest. There's explosions all over the place all night long.
So it's fine for Phil to get drunk, but not anyone else? The morons that get drunk, that are not him, he's yelling about. Only Phil Brunel's allowed to get drunk in Seattle, I guess.
So people do celebrate. I don't know where you live, Mario Kart 64, but where I am, out here in Washington State, people are still very into, the patriotic celebrations, and they do still celebrate the 4th of July. Okay? Okay, so...
Oh, I didn't even chat. Hold on. The vest streak is on a leaderboard.
So shout outs here, some tips over on PayPal. Let's take a look at these.
I never even noticed that.
Someone
the vest streak 0.
Oh my god, what's up?
I completely missed that. I completely missed that Phil actually has a fucking extra fucking line in his support goal for a vest streak. That is so embarrassing. Thank you very much, Ira, for the $5 super chat. It says, and we're all here celebrating our independence from the UK with a Scotsman. We're all the same over here. Exactly. There we go. I'm just blown it. So remember, it's not a vest streak though, because he's also wearing hats. So calling it a vest streak seems a bit, it just seems wrong. Like remember, it's the first goal he's going to hit is not going to be a vest. It's going to be a hat. For 50 buckaroos. I don't know. It's just, I've got a feeling. I've got a distinct feeling that Phil's getting whaled today. It feels like he's feeling super confident that today's going to go very well for him.
$2 and tried to shit talk the USA, but I'm never going to acknowledge that, especially today. Absolutely unacceptable. You may not shit talk the USA today because today is our Independence Day, where we go like this. Boo! And you just gotta take it. There's nothing you can do about it. You understand? Thanks for $2.
Burger.
Alrighty, let's see.
That's concerning.
Here. Someone tipped $1.45 and said, Phil, if you continue to say no very close to your microphone, I will tip big. Now, wait, when you say tip big, do you mean that you're going to contribute to the stream or that? Ugh. Anyway, will I continue to say no close to the microphone all day long? No. Okay. Thanks for the tip. That's funny. And then I got a $2 tip. Someone says, hopefully by the end of the stream, you'll be so drunk you'll be taking off your clothes. Well, taking them off, like I said, once we get to the first vest, this shirt is coming off for the rest of the day. I can't wear a shirt and a vest over the shirt. That's stupid. I'm just going to keep my Philomania t-shirt on. I haven't worn this in a zillion years. I figured, what a day. It's the right color and everything, so I'll wear it. But yeah, I don't think I'll be going crazy. Plus, sadly, my inflatable hot tub, it has a hole in it, so I can't blow it up for this event. I'm sorry about that, guys. I'm also out of the body oils. So, all right. So that's the initial support. So how's it going to work? Every $50. So the moment that we hit $50, we get a poll. And we'll be voting. Do you want to see a hat or a vest? I'll pick a few. I'll pick like 2 hats and 2 vests. You guys will vote, and you'll determine what I put on first. And then the next $50, we'll do a second poll. But for that poll, not only will it be for hat or vest, but also at $100, I take a shot. So that's how it works. $50, first poll, first piece of clothing. $100, second piece of clothing, and a shot. And then we continue like this all day long over the course of the day, seeing hats and vests. And then each time that one comes off, it's retired, I put it into the storage, okay? Can I show the closet with my new cameras? Well, hold on a second here. Yes, you can see it.
Who
see that?
fucking
You
cares?
can absolutely see it. This is a difference. From the last closet clean out, you can actually see me go into the closet today and pull stuff out. We have the dual views now. So yes, it is definitely going to be a dual setup here for the closet clean out, okay? Now, I have a light. I'll turn it on. You'll be able to see in there better. Sadly, this door I can't really open because my lighting now blocks it. So I got to clean out the whole right-hand side of my closet first. Once that's done and I start moving further left, maybe I'll have to adjust things. We'll see, okay? Or maybe I could, once the right-hand side's clean, maybe I can move and fit and go into the left-hand side.
She's a big fucking bitch.
Thank you very much, Monkey, for the £5 super chat. Who's saying this smeghead's inflatable girlfriend also has a hole in it? You know, I thought the exact same thing. As soon as Phil said, you know, the inflatable has a hole in it. Boo. I kind of thought his old girlfriend.
Bomb.
My biggest fans are idiots.
My head immediately went to River and his fucking old girlfriend. You know, he used to have been in a serious relationship, but unfortunately she got a puncture. But yeah, this smeghead's inflatable girlfriend has a hole in it. It's the only way she go down on him. For God's sake, okay. Thank you very much. And thank you, Sonny, for gifting 20 members. That is 4 more free spaces, which is very kind of you indeed. And yeah, it means we have 8 free spaces. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So with that, we are 2 spaces away from a full house. We're very close to a full house already. We need 2 more things to happen and we've got it. But thank you, Sonny, for gifting 20 members. And congratulations to the following people for getting a membership. Congratulations to Ice Yamamoto, Grandpa Joe, Dixie Enormous, Jumping Frog, Emos Love Lemons, Cruel Witchcraft, Cruel Ratchet, I thought I said Witchcraft, Cruel Ratchet, Jim R6, Pixar Animations, Chris Danks, Sin, Daniel Cannon, Avalanche 178, Cadence the Anime Girl, Stay Chew or Saichu 420, Dragonism KF, Chess Rockwell, Yin33, Monkey Anger, Wyatt Helsing 98, and finally SD1593. If you got a membership, then make sure you thank Sonny for giving you a membership. Very kind of you indeed, Sonny, and thank you, Sonny. Not only for the support, not only for the free spaces, but for just you being you in general. So thank you very much for that.
Member bomb.
My biggest fans are idiots.
And we've won Bingo because Moki's now got to 10 members as well. Well, Bingo, we don't have to worry about, you know, winning Bingo in time anymore because we've won Bingo. Thank you, Moki, for gifting 10 members. Now let's get this. So that's what we've won Bingo. Courtesy of Moki getting us over the finish line.
Burger.
There we go.
Full house. Oh boy, how exciting! Anyway,
This is the face Phil makes when he thinks that you're not really stepping up fast enough for your contributions. You know, guys, you can do better now. Look at that face. Look at that angry, smug face. Whereas, guys, I know there's some of you here who have some deep pockets. Well, thank you, Moki, for getting 10 members, and congratulations to the following people. for getting a membership. Congratulations to Klaatu Joel, Jesse Neal, Zane 1000, White Storm, God of Fuck, Dark Days Mirror, Bob Hoskins, JJ the Claymore Minotaur, Pal Mal, and finally, Blind Daughter. There we go. Make sure, if you just got a membership there, make sure you thank Moki for that thing. Good stuff indeed. So thank you, Moki, for giving those memberships. And yeah, just so that we won bingo. So we add $10 to the bingo prize fund. Now I'm not going to do what I did last time, okay? Because I feel no, we've won bingo. We can just chill now. We can just enjoy Phil making bad content. Let's just fucking you know. We've won bingo, we're victorious in bingo. Happy fucking days. So let's just watch some more of this crap that Phil's going to have for today. We can skip it, if any boring parts of it, we can just skip ahead now. We have speed up just on our side. If Phil just fucking has a little bunch of dead air or whatever, he just disappear. We can just skip ahead to our heart's content. We don't have to worry now about paying attention to Phil. But yeah. And also, we'll watch some more of this, and then afterwards we'll have some marbles to end off the bingo week.
But this thing is absolutely jam-packed with shit at this point. And the funny part was, this was clean 3 years ago. Completely clean. And what ended up happening was, over the last 3 years, more and more keeps getting shoved in there. You know what I mean?
Why are people wanting another bingo card? I mean, there's no guarantee it'll work. There's no guarantee it'll work. Oh, for God's sake. Fine, let me, hold on, fine. If I'm going to do another bingo card, 3x3, okay? Screw it. 3x3, so I need to close this one, okay? I need to close it, I need to change some settings. I've around Phil a wee bit, you know, so we'll go back just so to make sure to miss anything. So what would, for God's sake, how do I usually do this? So I remove the free spaces. That's the free spaces we've all used them already. But everything else stays as it is. You know? There's a lot of demands for another big, fine, we'll do a 3x3. But guys, let me stress this point. There's absolutely no pressure if we win this other card. We don't, it's not, you know, we've won bingo already. It's just like a bonus extra. So let me get this all set up and all that jazz. Hold on, so you wish to do 8-ball? Well, it's just easy. Just type in ! 8-ball and then type in what you need to type. You know? So... You know, for example, ! 8-ball and then you're a FUD. And it should come back with a stream elements response. Yep. The 8-ball says that makes no sense. So there we go. So I typed in 8-ball, you're a FUD, and I got a response saying 8-ball says that makes no sense. So there you go. Yeah, there's a command for 8-balls. So go for it. I was making tests if I can do commands in a sentence. Nah. You've got to start off. You've got to start off at the start. It has to be at the very start. That command. So there we go. Anyway, guys, give me 2 seconds and I will get another bingo card set up. Oh god, so yeah, hold on. So first of all, I need to, if we're doing a 3x3 card, then I need to change that, I need to enable that, and then afterwards we go into the file here, edit with Notepad++ thing, make it a 3x3 card instead, grid size 3, save the thing, and then bish bash bosh, we should have a 3x3 bingo card ready to go. There we go, good stuff indeed. Excellent stuff. So, there we go. Oh god almighty. So, we need... Let's just randomise the bingo image. I've no idea what's going to be an image. You know, Sunny. Since Sunny gifted, 20 members there, I feel like they deserve to pick the number for this bingo card. It feels fair. Since they went and gifted 20 members right before Moki gave it 10, I feel like Sunny deserves to pick the card this time round. So we'll just pick a card, we'll get on with it, and we'll see how we do a 3x3. But remember, this one is just for fun, we don't need to... Yeah, Larry, we won. We won, and... So Sunny's asking Moki what number. Oh, don't ask Moki, Moki's terrible at picking. You know? Moki ought to take off her goddamn socks if I can keep counting past 10. It's going to take a while. What? Moki has picked 47, there we go. I don't know why I bully Moki so much, it's so easy to bully Moki and so fun. But there we go. 47 is a bingo number we have. I have a 100% record if I there we go. Jesus. But yeah, Larry, you're right. We won. Larry's saying my bingo card, you won. Your card definitely won indeed. We won bingo, victorious in bingo. But because we won in quite like a time, we're just doing another short, small 3x3 cards just for fun, you know what I mean? There's no pressure for this card, you know? there is no pressure whatsoever around this particular bingo card. So let's just get on with the show and see what happens. We've this is a card. Your detractor or trolls, business, chill. Obviously, DSP tries it, honest, shocked, behind the scenes, and him standing up. I'm pretty confident in that. It's time go.
I start moving further left, maybe I'll have to adjust things. We'll see. Okay, or maybe I could, once the right-hand side's clean, maybe I can move and fit and go into the left-hand side. But this thing is absolutely jam-packed with shit at this point. And the funny part was, this was clean 3 years ago. Completely clean. And what ended up happening was, over the last 3 years, more and more keeps getting shoved in there. You know what I mean? So, you'll see today as I go in there, all the crap, and we'll determine what's going to be kept and what's going to be taken out and stuff like that. But, yes, this is going to be much better than last time. Last time, I didn't have a real closet cam. Now I have multiple cameras that can all be adjusted. This camera, I can move to the right, so you can even see better. I can actually, I can just do it, show you right now.
Who fucking cares?
Watch this. Ready? Oops, I didn't mean to do that. I don't know why I did that. See? There you go. So when I go in there, you can actually see me go in the closet and grab stuff out of it. There's the vests hanging. The hats are above. All kinds of shit and junk on the floor that we got to clean out. So I got a great setup for this today. I finally have the technology to do a good stream. It only took me 17 plus years, but I have the technology. It's about time. Good Lord. All right, cool. So there you have it. Got a little preview. And the lighting will be better. Like I said, it's not going to be this fireworks lighting. I have lighting that's going to look a lot better for that.
Who fucking cares?
So the question is, what are we waiting for? Let's get some support going. Let's get some super chats. Let's get some memberships. Let's get some subs over on Kick. Who's going to be the first sub on Kick today? We don't have a single sub. Who's going to be the first member on YouTube today? We don't have any members. Who's going to be a super chat bigger than like $2? Who's going to get us to our first milestone of $50 and we can get the hats and vests going? Let's do it. Let's get that momentum started, shall we? We should. Let's do it. I just got $10. $10 tip from You're Not Funny. Happy 4th of July. Nobody badmouths America on the 4th. That's correct. Absolutely no one can badmouth the United States of America on the 4th of July in my content. That is not allowed. And if you try, I will wave my finger at you disapprovingly. Just like that. And you'll have to deal with it.
Who fucking
You're Not
cares?
Funny. So now we're up to 19. $19. Let's get that momentum going. Let's keep it rolling. Let's get to the first milestone. And then I'll pick some stuff for a poll and you guys will vote on how to get this event started, shall we? All right. So, what are you guys going to be doing for your 4th of July today? Anyone going, like someone said they're going to a family gathering. What do you do at the family gathering? Like, when I was younger, I would go...
What do you mean, what do you do at a family gathering? Phil has been so long since Phil had a family gathering, he's kind of forgotten what it's like to fucking be around family. What do you do at a family gathering? I can kind of get what he's trying to say. It's just the way he asks it makes him sound like a goddamn sad person. You know? All the different people have different traditions or whatever, you know what I mean? Some people might just have some big massive cookout, some people might actually fucking have some like a wee like sporting, like a wee sports day event with a family and cousins or whatever, you know, that kind of thing. I can kind of get what he's trying to ask, but the way he asks it is so sad.
For your 4th of July today. Anyone going, like someone said they're going to a family gathering. What do you do at the family gathering? Like, when I was younger, I would go to my godparents' house for a lot of different events, and we'd have like summertime events in the backyard where we would play like wiffle ball, and they had a pool. Sometimes we would go in and stuff like that. We would cook out and have burgers, hot dogs, chicken, that kind of stuff. Usually that's how I would celebrate my 4th of July. As I got older, I would actually hang out with my other friends, usually my gaming friends who were into Street Fighter, and sometimes we would get together and play Street Fighter, go for cookout.
I love how they're specifically gaming friends. They're not school friends or fucking comic friends or whatever. No, these are gaming friends. They have their own category. The gaming friends he'll hang out with. Because he wants to game.
I remember one year we played flag football in the local park, which was very fun, except I hurt my back, and then come to find out, that was when I actually was diagnosed with a very serious back injury. It was around,
I love this. So Phil has told multiple different stories of what has caused his bad back. The touch football one is a very old story he's told from way back then, but he's also, was it a car accident he had? You know? Was it bending up and down all the time? And for the school lockers, for example, you know what I mean? That was a story as well. Yeah, Phil and his bad back. And there's been multiple different versions of what has caused specifically that injury. But yeah, here we go. Phil again. I guess the current iteration of the story and the incident is that the touch football ruined his back.
And play Street Fighter, go for cookouts. I remember one year we played flag football in the local park, which was very fun, except I hurt my back, and then come to find out, that was when I actually was diagnosed with a very serious back injury. It was around 2006, 2007, one of those years. I want to say, actually, no, I take that back. I think it was 2000. It was like either July 2007 or 2008, because I remember I played football with them, and then after that, I had such pain such insane pain, and I couldn't figure out what it was. I went to the doctor, and that's when they told me I had a severely herniated disc in my lower back, and I was like, oh man. So, sucks, but you know, it's life, right? No gameplay at all today? Oh no, Dr. Jedi, you missed it. I said, we got stuff to do. We have an agenda. We have to do this closet clean out. But absolutely later today, if we get to it and we want to, we can maybe do some gameplay. I don't know what we would do. That's really, we have to think about it. But I would be down for some chill gameplay later today if you guys want it. We'll see what happens, okay? Well, let's see. Katie says, we go to the town park, we rent a site, we set up horseshoes and make lots of food. Oh, that's cool. So you go outdoor activities with the family and friends. That's all good stuff. Good, healthy stuff. Good to hear. Can I increment a tips goal by 50 this stream instead of 150 so it's easier to track? We're doing 50. Every 50, we're either doing a new hat or a vest. I already said that. So people don't listen. Okay. Mario Kart 64 did a $2 super chat. I hear Abe Lincoln haunts you if you bash the USA Today. That's right. That's correct. And George Washington comes back from the dead as a zombie. And he chases you with an axe. There you go. Hello Voltage did a $2 super chat. Drunk Texas truck driver tonight, one delivery job. Maybe. The only bummer is, it's a real pain to set up that wheel. Just to be honest, it is. It takes a bit. And to set all that up just to do like a little bit of the game instead of a full stream would be kind of like, oh god. But I mean, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I'm not going to say no. Especially if it's a nice day, we're all positive, well-supported day, and we're all having...
I'm not going to say no. Especially if you guys give me thousands of dollars to fucking do it. You guys need to get me really good and drunk now. I need at least, like, you know, 6 or 7 shots in me. $700 for 7 minutes of gameplay. Sound good?
Good time. You know, we'll see how the day takes us, right? Cool. Maseo says, if you play MVC2, play with Guile because it's 4th of July. Call a mini Guile Madness or 4th with Guile 5. Oh, that's true. If I play CVS 2, I've been using Guile. Yeah, that is true. I go R4. Oh my god. Play CVS 2, R4 Guile. Just all R4 Guile. The true American spanking the scrubs online today. All Guile, all day long. There you go. Now we're talking. It's too bad that I don't play Guile in Street Fighter 6. Like, never even used him, so I don't know how to use him.
Who fucking cares?
Tobamaru did a €5 super chat. Hold on a second while I see what that's worth, because I want to be able to count everything properly. €5. Let's see.
They bastard.
That's $5.89. So thank you, Tobamaru. Says, what's the best vest you've ever owned?
I love how he wants to try and calculate it, and then he's going to just round it down anyway. $5.89, he's going to round that down. So remember, he was given $5.89, but he's going to just count it as $5, so that $23 is going to turn to $28, not $29.
Well, I mean, all these vests, I have a red vest, a Pokemon vest, a denim vest, a platinum vest, the original beige, I have one that's orange, like Marty McFly's vest from Back to the Future, a golden vest, a blue vest, a camo vest, there may be another one. So I guess it's all a matter of, it's a subjective question. And the reason I say that is I think at certain times, certain vests were perfect. Like, you know, if I was playing an outdoorsy game and I slept on the camo vest and it looked like I'm a hunter in the woods, you know, then I would say that's the best vest, right? I don't think overall there's one vest that just beats them all. Everyone seemed to love the platinum vest because it has like a metallic sheen to it. So it looks like tinfoil almost. So maybe overall you would say that one because that's the one that seemed to get the most love. Everyone always wanted the platinum, right?
Phil hated it because he overrated it.
Let's see, Mario Kart did a $2 super chat. Opinion on Cody and Roman in the Street Fighter movie? I don't even know. I'm not following this news. Are you saying that Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns are in the Street Fighter movie? Okay. This movie is sounding to me more like it's a gimmick than a movie. Like, all they're trying to do at this point is throw as many celebrities and pseudo-celebrities into it rather than a serious movie with acting. It's just going to be a hammed-up movie, right?
To be fair to Roman Reigns, he has been in movies before. This is not Roman Reigns' first movie. He was in, like, was it Hobbs and Shaw or something as well? You know, one of the Rock's cousins and whatever, and they go back to, you know, so he has been, you know, it's quite a small role, naturally, you know what I mean? But yeah, it's not his first gig.
That's what it seems like. That's what it sounds like. So, and by the way, there's nothing wrong with that, as long as they definitely push it like that, so that people don't get the impression that this is going to be a serious movie, but instead it's going to be a campy movie. You know, the original Street Fighter movie, everyone thought was going to be serious, ended up being the campiest thing ever, and to this day, people laugh their asses off watching it. I still think it's entertaining. It's a bad movie, don't get me wrong, but it's so bad it's good. You get it? Like, it's so bad it's great. I love seeing Van Damme chew up the scenery with his...
Anytime Phil says you get it, it just reminds me that we have this emoji in chat. The "do you get it" emoji. As Phil says it ridiculously more than the fucking, you know, you think, you know, you don't expect him. But it's definitely one of his favourite turns of phrases. Just to kind of end a sentence. Do you get it? Do you get it? Do you? Do you get it?
But it's so bad it's good. You get it? Like, it's so bad it's great. I love seeing Van Damme chew up the scenery with his attempt to talk English and failing miserably. I like seeing the most pathetic representations of Ryu and Ken ever, you know. So anyway, if it's going to be that again, then I don't see a problem. But if they actually believe these people are going to act well, it's going to be like a serious movie, I think we're all screwed. Seriously. Okay.
So Navy has seen the future. We are behind Phil, by the way, by about 23 minutes. But Navy's seen the future, and apparently there's bad things ahead. Well, I mean, it could be anything. You know, I come from the future, oh boy. That could mean anything. I'm interpreting it as being bad. But I don't know what Navy means by oh boy. Like, you know, just, I mean, make of that what you will. Try and interpret that your own sort of way. Oh, there's some faking some massive coping apart. Oh, for God's sake. Of course there is.
Okay, so we're going to chill for a little bit longer. All right. We'll do a little bit more of an intro segment. This isn't really a podcast, and we're just kind of an intro to the event. Hopefully we'll get some initial vests and hats going here. I'd like to do that. And then we'll get set up and get ready to start doing the closet clean out. I have a giant contractor trash bag.
I love how he's implying that he's not going to start, you know, doing anything in the closet unless he gets given like a couple of $100 first. Like his plan was to get a couple of drinks in him before he even stands up to go to the closet.
That I have here that I'm going to start filling with crap. We've got so many boxes and shit that need to be thrown out. Equipment that's now outdated that I'm probably never going to use. You know, stuff that I just need to clear out of here to make room so I can actually use my closet. My problem is I've got all this stuff. You know, the Switch 2 came out. I have all these Switch 2 accessories and shit. I have nowhere to put them. They're on the floor. I have the box for my G920 steering wheel. It's on the floor. Do I want to keep it? Do I want to break it up, throw it out? You know. Habib says, how's the air conditioner working? Very well. It's on right now. It's just as, I'd argue it's a little bit quieter than the old one. But then again, the old one was 11 years old. Maybe it was quieter when it was young too. You know what I mean? This is brand new. It's fine. It's clean. It's keeping the room cool, which is it's the point. It seems to be working well. So yeah. That's right. You've never seen these hats and vests in actual good quality. Never. Because I didn't have this cool HD 60 frame awesome cameras back when I was just doing the hats and the vests. So you're gonna actually see these in full color glory HD for the first time ever today on stream when we hit these goals. So let's get it. We're at 30. Let's get to 50 right now. Who's gonna get us to the 50 so we can do our first poll for hats and vests? And then who's gonna get us to the 100 so we can complete the ensemble with a full hat and vest and get our first shot? Let's get some momentum going right now. Well, particularly over on kickoff, you just sitting there with your thumbs up your butts. Let's get some subs going. All right.
Why?
Do I have any sparklers? No. When I was a kid, I actually really liked sparklers, but I'm not gonna have sparklers.
Who cares? Who cares about a fucking sparkler fetish? Jesus, man. Yep, and Sonny said I might be right over the 1K thing. Thomas has started dropping. Look, bear in mind, so Phil, I told you guys, Phil couldn't afford. He literally cannot afford to have us failing him. It would hurt his ego too much. It would hurt his pride too much. Phil needs us to do well. You know, so honestly, I mean, as I said, when I don't know about you guys, but when I approach Phil Burnell and this sort of thing, like I always go into it anticipating he's going to make lots of money, because that way if it happens, then I'm not disappointed. You know, well, the disappointed is not the right word. You know what I mean? I'm not surprised. You know, oh, Phil made the money I thought he was going to make. Oh well, what a shock there. His dents came up. You know, nah. I'd rather, you know, overestimate his audience than underestimate them. Put it that way. That way, when his audience do fail him and he doesn't get the support he thinks he deserves, it's all the more funnier.
There's not gonna be real fireworks. The whole point is virtual fireworks. See? Okay. Katie says, what about your king's crown? Will that be part of the poll? Well, that is a hat. But it's not really one of the hats that I was wearing. You know what I mean? During the time when I was wearing hats and vests and things. So probably I won't have that in the running unless it's like the last thing we do. But to be frank, the fact that I have over a dozen hats and like 8 or 9 vests, I don't think we're gonna get through all of them today. I'm being honest with you. I don't think, unless someone drops like an insane bomb of support. Okay, but I don't see that happening. Stormforce Gamer says you should have gotten vacuum sealed bags to put the vest in. That would have taken up almost no space. Well, Stormforce Gamer, you're right, but that's more for long-term storage, right? You're sucking the air out, you're air sealing it, so that way you can put it into a small area. The thing is, I was still using the hats and the vests, so I wanted them to be at my disposal, as you can see here. Oh, I just can't, hold on. They're literally hanging right here in the closet, so I'd have easy access to be able to grab them and wear them on stream. But now I don't need them anymore, so now I'm gonna put them into a storage bin. But you're right, every once in a while, we might pull them out, you know, for some kind of a special event or something like that. So, but yeah, I mean, it's a good point. I didn't even think about that, about how you can get those vacuum sealers. Maybe eventually I'll do that for that. I just got a storage bin for now. I'm gonna put everything into. I can't do that with the hats, obviously. I would crush the hats and break them, but with the vests I could. It's been tough. I always think that it's my anything from Jasper to drown out the fireworks. I mean, there's not much you can do. We can't soundproof the house. You know, when it's warm, we have the air conditioners on anyway, then you really can't hear it all. Anyway, the fans, we have all the fans on and stuff. You don't hear it too bad. Excuse me. I'm not setting off any sparklers in the office. Stop that right now. Why is it not allowed to shoot fireworks in our community? It's not allowed to shoot fireworks in our state. They've been banned. I guess too many people being completely irresponsible and stupid and hurting themselves with these fireworks, so they're outlawed. The only stuff you can buy aren't real fireworks. It's like things that put off colored smoke, you know, or sparklers, stuff like that. That's it. There's no real fireworks available for commercial purchase and use here. It's against the law. No, see, when I was a kid, I never did any of that stuff. I was never into... The fireworks I had as a kid were sparklers. And remember those little popper things? They looked like little... They actually looked like tiny little cloth bags. They were very small. And all you would throw it in the ground, and they would explode. It would go pop, and it would have smoke that would come out of it. It would smell like gunpowder almost, right? So I had those. I mean, they used to have the pop guns, where again, it was kind of like that little mini gunpowder, and you would shoot the gun, and it would sound like a real gun, and smoke would come out. I had that stuff, but I never, ever had a real firework. Not once. No cherry bombs, no fireworks, nothing. My parents kept me away from them. So I never experienced any of that. I used to go to fireworks displays. My local town did it sometimes. Other towns did it. So I would go to the beach because we were on the water. So we would go to the beach and they would set off giant fireworks displays over the water, which was very, very nice. You would lay back on the beach on like a blanket. You would look up at the sky. You see these awesome fireworks above you. It was very entertaining and very relaxing. Yorichi has auto-resubscribed for 7 months. Oh, no, it's not an auto-resubscribe. It's just a notification. So that doesn't count. Darn, I wanted to count that. We don't have any subs yet over on Kick, but Yorichi celebrating 7 months as a sub. Stopping by to say enjoy your 4th of July, folks. Thank you, Yorichi, for your ongoing support of the channel. Hopefully, we will get some legit subs over there so that we can start doing some vests and hats and fun stuff here.
You're not
All
legit,
right?
Richie, or whatever your name is.
No, I didn't do anything with smoke bombs or anything like that as a kid. When I was a kid, I just played a lot outside with the local neighborhood kids, whether it was, you know, just running around shooting water guns and stuff like that, action figures, toys, you know, whoever we were into. We were into a lot of different things over the year. Ninja Turtles was a huge one. We're playing Ninja Turtles figures and stuff like that, pretending to be different turtles, right, and fighting each other and stuff like that. It was fun. That's what we did. We weren't destructive kids or anything like that. Ian has done a £10 super chat. Let's see how much of that is worth, first of all, because pounds are actually worth quite a lot right now.
Phil loves the Brit style dance right now.
$13.65. That, I believe, is our biggest contribution of the day so far. And Ian says, just came by to say hi and happy 4th of July to all of the Americans. Well, thank you, Ian. We appreciate that. We do. Thank you so very much for the contribution. Thanks for the kind words. And getting us almost to our first milestone. Remember, every $50, so we're only $7 away from our first hat or vest.
Internet content creation of on-demand and also live video streaming services.
Have I ever played Tekken 8? I have played Tekken 8. I played it when it came out in January 2024, and I played it for about a month and a half. And at first, I started with characters like Paul, King, Jun, but then I switched over to Yoshimitsu, and then I focused very heavily on Yoshimitsu for about a month almost. And I got him pretty high ranked. I'm trying to remember the tiers, the ranks that, you know, I can't remember what it was that I ended at. But basically, people told me it was the rank right before you'd be considered like a master level player. But I never got past that because essentially it would have taken so much investment of time to get better than that it wasn't worth it for me. Like, I was putting in a lot of time, playing 2-3 streams a week of it, but I would have had to play like every day to get better than that level. Tekken is a very, very practice-intensive game where not only is it about just mastering your character, but knowing what everyone else can do, knowing what beats what in what situation, specific frames, beating frames, and things like that. And you have to play so much in order to get good at that game that I just didn't have enough time to invest in it and still be a variety creator. So I played it for like a month and a half, got really good with Yoshimitsu, and then I kind of hit a wall where it's like, dude, I was definitely gonna have to like study, go to tournaments and stuff to get better, and I didn't want to commit to that. So basically I dropped the game, and then I went back to Street Fighter 6. And by the way, people were happy that I did, because a lot of people just wanted Street Fighter 6 and were actually upset for the month and a half that I wasn't playing it. So there you have it. Mozzie, thank you for a $10 super chat. Mozzie says, I'm anti-fireworks. They're nightmarish for many veterans. They pollute, they scare pets, and they harm wildlife. There's no reason for it. Happy 4th, everyone. So proud to be an American. Well, well, folks, I have fireworks, and they're not harming anybody, right? Nice virtual fireworks display. I got it behind me. I have it on my TV. I have it all along the walls of my room. Pretty cool. I like the virtual fireworks. So thank you, Mozzie. That super chat will get us to our first milestone, all right? So here's what we're going to do. Here's how we're going to do it. Let's do a poll on YouTube and Kick.
Who fucking cares?
I'm just going to look at the first things I'm seeing. The Bender hat. The red fedora. The red vest.
Fucking inflatable fucking crown.
Or the gold vest. Those are the 4 that I see right away. So I'm going to make this poll. So you guys vote. Starting now. Let's see what you vote for. We'll get it started. What will we see first, a hat or a vest? And which one will we see? Let's see what you guys vote for, okay? Happy 4th of July to you, King Michael. Now, in the meantime, while you guys are voting, we've got more contributions to shout out. So let's get to it. We've got, let's see here. There's a $1.25 tip. We've got a backup of tips, actually, to shout out. So let's do this. $1.25 tip. Sounds like you had a sheltered childhood. Do you think that affected you as you got older and your view on the world? I would say I had a unique childhood because I was allowed to play with the local kids. I was allowed to go do things, extracurriculars. I was able to do stuff, but there were limits. It wasn't one of those, just go do whatever you want. I did definitely have set concrete rules. My parents definitely protected me from certain things, for sure. So it was kind of like a half and half. Sometimes my friends would be doing stuff that I wasn't allowed to do.
Like, examples, please, Phil.
And that was just part of reality, you know. My parents had boundaries and rules about things, and, you know, it is what it is.
That, to me, is an extraordinarily sheltered existence, and as a, growing up. Fuck, you gotta give examples. You got to give examples. You can't just fucking leave it there without giving some, examples of the things that you weren't allowed to do that they were allowed to do.
So, did it change me? Did it affect me? Maybe. I think, if anything, it gave me some discipline. Because I think there's a lot of people today, they can't handle being told no about anything, right?
Look at me, oh my god. Stop, no. Bruh. No way. Oh, God almighty. No way.
Like, no. How dare you say I can't do something or that I don't have the freedom to just do whatever I want at all moments? Well, that's not reality. In reality, in life, there's rules for a reason. There's things that are in place. You need to have discipline. You need to have understanding that people are trying to look out for you and be, that's the thing. A lot of people don't understand that. I don't get it. I should just have the absolute freedom to do everything that I want at every waking moment, even if it means that it harms everyone around me and it's to the detriment of the public. No, I should just have freedom. That's actually not how it works. The reason that you're allowed to have freedom is because you have freedom that actually respects others, and therefore everyone can thrive together, not just stomp on everyone around you, right? Oh, I have freedom to just walk through the street with 2 live chainsaws and I can just spin and chop people's limbs off. No, you can't. You're not allowed to do that. Well, I don't get it. That's my freedom. Can I do that? No, stupid. You can't. That's the problem. There's too many stupid people. If we just let people have untethered freedoms, then they'd kill everyone because they're morons, right? So I learned that as a kid, that I can't just do whatever I want, that there are limits on the things that I'm allowed to do, and I kind of grew up with that mentality that it's for the common good, right?
This makes no sense. Is Phil trying to imply that all his neighbourhood childlike friends were just going around trying to massacre everyone with chainsaws, but he wasn't allowed to? Phil's like, I want to go and chainsaw people too. Timmy down the road's doing it, and fucking Linda's like, no, Phil. We're not going to let you do that today. We're not. I don't understand. This is so weird. Oh, Steve, have fun unpacking this one. This is like, this sort of segment is like crack for Steve. I think he's gonna have a great time on this one.
So maybe that made me feel very different from others. Like, for example, I legit have a conscience about things that I say and do on the internet now. And
oh my god! I'll rewind it and I'll let it cook, but goddamn,
it's for the common good, right? So maybe that made me feel very different from others. Like, for example, I legit have a conscience about things that I say and do on the internet now. And if I were to do a stream where I just rag on someone and I just, tear into someone, I would legit feel bad about it after the fact. Because I'm of the opinion that I'm someone who has a public following. I'm well known on the internet. I should be conducting myself in a way that if I'm going to get over, I don't have to step on others and hurt them to do that.
You have called for the heads of Neil Druckmann and Phil Spencer to essentially not be in employment anymore because you think they are awful and useless. Now, I know Phil would see that as, oh, they're okay, they're rich, but he is literally creating content, trying to sully and butcher the reputations of these 2 individuals for his own personal gain. This is a recent example. This is a recent example from this week. Not even last month or last year. This is this week, this very fucking week. Phil has just had special segments theorising on why Neil Druckmann's stepped away from The Last of Us, the TV show, whatever, and theorising why Phil Spencer's such a horrible human being, or whatever.
I feel like that's insanely irresponsible, destructive, toxic behavior, and I'm better than that, and I should be better than that. I should aspire to be better than that, so that others can also follow my example, okay? Some people who are content creators and popular say, I don't give a fuck about anyone. I'll hurt anyone I want, I'll slander anyone I want, I'll laugh at anyone I want. Who cares? As long as I made a buck today. That's awful. That's literally no respect for anyone around you. It means you had no discipline when you were growing up. You didn't understand about the greater good. You weren't taught any morals. You're just a scumbag. You're a piece of shit. And there's lots of people on the internet like that right now. And it's disgusting that they're allowed to thrive and do that. There should be limitations on the kind of content that can be put out, but right now there really isn't any. So there you have it. Yeah, I really do feel that having a childhood where I had boundaries and limitations, you call it sheltered, I call it discipline. I feel like, yes, that actually allowed me to grow up and have morals and values and things that set me apart from other people who make content.
I've got something to say about that.
And that's somebody right there who's already got a compromised moral compass.
Fuck you and your friends.
No wonder you don't have any friends.
My biggest fans are idiots.
Anyway, back to the bingo.
There you go. Didn't I tell someone to eat my ass with a spoon? Indeed I did, and they should have.
Jesus Christ. And hold on. And Phil's narrative just gets completely just debunked in one sentence. You know, remember he's matured and he doesn't want to step on others. Oh my god! It just completely devalues what he just said by proving himself wrong.
There you go. Didn't I tell someone to eat my ass with a spoon? Indeed I did, and they should have. Okay. Continuing on, as you guys are still voting, but the poll's almost done, so please keep voting. I got a $1 tip here. Someone is saying they live in New York and they want to defend it because they feel like I'm attacking it. That crime is down from the 80s. Yes, because in the 80s, New York was a cesspool. It was a complete crime-riddled cesspool. There was literally, like, red light district brothels in the middle of New York City. And then it was Rudy Giuliani who became mayor of New York, and he cleaned it all up. He turned Times Square into a tourism attraction instead of a whorehouse. And he cleaned the streets. So you're right, New York used to be worse in the 80s. The New York that I remember is the New York of the late 90s, early 2000s. That's when I actually was traveling to New York frequently with my parents, doing things like going to Radio City Music Hall, Times Square. I used to travel to Chinatown in the 2000s to play Street Fighter at Chinatown Fair. That's my, like, heyday of New York. And by the way, that New York was much better than the New York of today, for the record. So thanks for the $1 tip.
You know, you're not been to New York in fucking, you know, when's the last time Phil was in New York? He has no idea what New York's like today. The last time he was there was over a decade ago, I think. More than that, actually.
See, people want to try to step to me and mess with me, but then when the facts slap them in the face, they got nothing to say because this guy should never opened his mouth. He just, oops, oh shit. Oh yeah, it was Rudy Giuliani who cleaned up New York. Whoopsie. Now, I'm not saying that Rudy Giuliani of today is a good person. I'm just saying the facts are the facts. I received a $7 tip. By the way, the poll is over. Let me shout out this tip. We got a $7 tip. Let's get this started already. All right, so $7 from someone there. It was an anonymous tip. So, the first poll is done, and the first poll has gone to the Bender hat. I'm not surprised. That's actually, if you want to know the truth, the reason that I put that in the running is because I knew you guys would want it, but I don't want to wear it for a long time because it makes my head very hot. So let's get the Bender hat going, and then we have more shout-outs to do. Maybe we'll hit another milestone. Let's see.
Who fucking cares?
Bender hat, guys, in full HD. Haven't seen this in a million years.
Burger. Oh my god, this is getting stupid now. That's like 3 in a row. Bullshit.
Interesting number. This is the first time I've seen it in
I literally
HD.
forgot I had some of those hats. I forgot all about them, that they even existed. So this is going to be fun. I guess I got to turn the light up so you can see it. Yeah.
Who fucking cares?
Close the door and I'll open it again when we're going to go in there. Okay, so the Bender hat to start. Here we go.
Yes, that's true.
I haven't worn this in a while. I've owned this hat for almost 15 years. I bought this hat way back in the day. It was made by a company called ThinkGeek that doesn't exist anymore. This was a company that had an online website that made pop culture geeky things like video games, comic books. Obviously, this is from Futurama, right? And they sold all this merch, and it was a unique place to get stuff. Well, what ended up happening was geek culture kind of exploded in the last 10, 15 years. Now there's a zillion websites that sell this kind of shit. So they really weren't that unique anymore, and they got bought out by GameStop. Okay? And what happened was GameStop said, oh, we decided we don't want this company anymore. We're going to liquidate the entire company. They laid off all the employees, terminated them all, and took all the inventory and just put it into the GameStop stores. So basically, they just bought the company out just to sell junk at GameStop because GameStop had nothing to sell anymore because no one goes to GameStop for video games anymore. What a nice company, huh? You'll just destroy your whole entire business. So that's where I got this from. In fact, does it still have the tag or did I take it off? Oh, there it is. Futurama. Now does it say ThinkGeek? Oh, I guess not. It just says Futurama. I thought it would have said ThinkGeek on it because it was like a piece of their merch. No, it doesn't. Okay. All right. Bender seems afflicted with jaundice. No, Bender's eyes were always yellow. Go watch the cartoon. Bender's eyes were always yellow in the cartoon. All right, so Bender hat. Now, let's see. I think we actually have qualified for another milestone here because, ladies and gentlemen, I just received a $100 tip. Happy 4th of July, you heinous traitors. Ha ha. From Thomas from Britain. Well, thank you, Thomas from Britain. I appreciate that. $100, everybody. Hell yeah. So what does that mean? That means a million things. Number one, that actually means we have hit our first support goal of the day. Officially, we're at 46 out of 50 goals. Okay. Let's get Thomas on the leaderboard. So that gets us to 162. Okay. And that means it's time for our first celebration of the day. Thank you, everyone, for hanging out with me here on July 4th and celebrating our Day of Independence. Thank you for chilling and having a good time. Thanks for the early support. It's going to be a very silly day, trust me, with all the fun stuff that we're going to be doing. So thanks so much for being here. And as always, oh my God, that's not standing up very well. Thanks for everything. All right. Very, very nice. Now, that is not standing up very well at all. So with that means we have qualified already for 2 more things. We need a vest. Okay. We need a vest, and we need another hat. So we have to do 2 polls, all right? How about this? I'll do a poll on YouTube. You guys will pick the vest. I'll do a poll on Kick, and you guys will vote for the hat. How about that? I think that's fair. That way both chats get some influence today.
Who fucking cares?
Want to do it that way? All right, so we'll do a poll on YouTube first for the vest. We'll have a poll for the hat. Let's do it. Get tight. So we'll do the camo vest. We'll do the gold vest. What is up, everyone? We'll do the blue vest.
Fuck you, Phil.
And we'll do
Make the
Pokemon
bad
vest. There you go.
man stop.
So you guys vote here. And then on Kick, we'll do a poll for the hat. What did I do? Uh-oh. What the hell did I just hit on my computer? I hit something like a screen capture by accident. Okay, I turned it off. Phew. I must hit the keyboard. Oops. Okay, so which hat on Kick you guys are going to vote? Well, I'm trying to think what hats I have. Hold on. Let's see what other hats I have.
Who fucking cares?
Here we go. Okay.
We have our own poll going, guys, remember. We have our own poll going. So $500 to $1,000 is the current leader in the vote for how much money you think Phil's going to make today. Also, I think people can change their votes if they so choose to do so. But yeah, remember the options are under 500, 500 to 1,000, 1,000 to 1,500, and over $1,500. The one, if you guys are correct, essentially, the one with the most votes, the option with the most votes, if you guys are correct, we get free spaces on Monday's bingo. So yeah, and as I said, Phil's off to a good start. Essentially, he's at 150 already, you know. So and he's got a long way to go. You can't change your votes, have we? You couldn't. YouTube polls, maybe that's only for community posts. You can change your vote. I don't know, but aye. But I said, yeah, right now the current option is winning, so 44% of the vote is $500 to $1,000. I mean, to be honest, Phil's last 2 marathons have been just over $500, so that's a good logic, that's a good rationale to have. You know, so I can understand why it's the most popular option. 10% so far saying $1,000 to $1,500, and 11% think over $1,500, 35% think under $500. See, the majority of people think Phil is going to get less than $1,000 essentially.
So we got 2 polls going, very exciting. Please vote on both sides. We got voting for the vest on YouTube and voting for the hat over on Kick. And this hat will now officially be retired once we do the hat swap, okay? But I also owe you guys a shot. I owe you guys a shot, and here's what I want to do.
Who fucking cares?
See, it's fun. I've been drinking all stream long, and I didn't have to charge you guys a single dollar for it.
This is actually more than 1 shot, but it's weak. It is only 13%, but that's why it's so big. Because it's like, oh, look, it's like 2 shots. I see. So, yeah, here we go. I either want to do the rum chata, which is horchata, which I've never had before. I want to try it and see what it's like. Or I want to do one of these shots of moonshine. We've got hunch punch, which I think is supposed to be like fruit punch. We've got apple pie, okay? And we've got mango habanero. So I'm debating which one to try as my first shot of the day. Oh, look at that nice autofocus. Very nice. What do you guys think? What should I try first?
Who fucking cares?
The moonshine, mango habanero, rum, and people seem to disagree now. Mango best flavor, punch moonshine. Mango, mango, mango. Everyone seems to be saying try the mango habanero. It might be hot. Habanero peppers are spicy, right? They're pretty spicy. And that's one shot, right? That's the equivalent of one shot. It's just a bizarre bottle for a shot. It's like a big bottle for a shot, but I think it's one shot. Like, these are equivalent, right? It's just that this is wide and that's skinny. All right, mango habanero. All right, mango habanero it is. We'll start with mango habanero moonshine. Interesting. We'll see if it's any good. Give it a shot here. It smells sweet. It definitely smells sweet. I don't know about spicy, but it smells sweet. All right, I'm going to try it. I don't want to be able to put the whole shot. It's so weird. So here's the thing. I know this is only one shot, but because it's an optical thing, it makes me feel like it's more than a shot. So my mind's going to be telling me there's too much, swallow it early. You know what I'm saying? Here, let me just drink some of it. I won't drink the whole thing yet. Or you know what I could do? Hold on. I could just do this, because this might make it better. Oh, wait. It actually is more than a shot. It wasn't just my mind. It actually is more than a shot. Well, that's weird. They actually gave you extra, I guess. That's bizarre, because I thought it would only be enough for a shot. All right, well, let's try it. All right, everyone, mango habanero. My first shot of the day. Cheers to everyone. Happy 4th of July. Here we go. Own your shit. Own it. Holy shit, Phil. The detractors. They were right. Oh, I actually really like that. Holy shit, Phil. How strong is that? 40%? I can't read it. It's too small. It's like tiny. I can't read the labels. It's microscopic. Wow, I really like that. It's sweet, but it has a burning bite after the fact. I really like that flavor. That's a really good shot, actually. The thing is, I wouldn't want to drink too much of that because it's spicy. Like, it's actually spicy in my throat.
Cares?
So I wouldn't want too much of that. It would probably, like, burn my mouth out, but it's actually a really good flavor. Let me finish it. That's good. That's tasty. Wow, I really like that. Good pick. Good first pick, everybody. Let's see how these polls are doing. Wow, interesting. Interesting results coming up on these polls in just a minute. Okay, so we got some more shout-outs to do. We have Big Boss with a $2 super chat. Will you give away a signed vest if you hit $5,000 today? Well, here's the thing. I would like to say yes, but I don't want someone to come in and drop a $5,000 tip that they charge back. You know what I'm saying?
I love it. Imagine that. His immediate suspicion is that somebody's going to charge him back for it. I was like, if I give them the vest and they charge it back, then I won't have the vest anymore. Over $5,000. Wow, he has a lot of faith in his community, doesn't he?
I would say, overall today, yes, if I raised $5,000 in one stream, would I give away a signed vest? Yes, I would. Absolutely 100%. I would give away a signed vest for $5,000. Now, for the record, I'm not drinking 50 shots. As you know, during marathons, I temper what I do, right? So once we hit a level where I feel like I've drank too much, that's it. I'm not drinking anymore. All right, understand that. There's not going to be 50 shots today and then I owe you shots and I'm sick. No, that's not happening, okay? So there you go. Yes, if we hit $5,000 to support today, someone will get a signed vest. How about that? That sounds like a plan to me. 100% yes, it will happen. Okay. All right, so thank you for that, Big Boss, by the way. I almost didn't put it on the leaderboard. Oops. Boss. And then I got a $2 super chat from Sir Sylvia, who says, cheers. Thank you to Sir Sylvia. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. All right, the polls are done. The first vest of the day will be the Pokemon vest. And the next helmet, or excuse me, the next hat will be the Knight's helmet. All right, so folks, it is time, ladies and gentlemen, say goodbye to Bender. Because Bender is now going into retirement. Bender served his purpose well over the years, for sure. He was one of the funniest hats that I ever had. That's why I knew he would be voted in right away, why I put it in the first poll. And Bender is a nice hat, but it's time, like all good things, you know, they come to an end. And we have to say goodbye to Bender now. So goodbye, Bender. Thank you for being very silly over the years. Many memes, many clips have been taken. And maybe we'll see you again. Like I said, I'm not getting rid of Bender. All we're doing is putting him into storage, and we might have Indivestance Day moving forward every year. If it goes well today, if it's a popular event, people like it, we might do Indivestance Day more in the future. All right, so Bender, thank you so much. Now get in that over there. Throw him right into the storage bin. Okay, so now it is time for the Pokemon vest and the Knight's helmet. Let me get that stuff. And then we got more shout-outs to do. What's going on, Game Boy? Good to see you here today.
Who fucking cares?
That's boring. You're boring, everybody. Quit boring everyone. Anybody care what this guy thinks?
No! I just counted and I have 10 vests. So that means if we raise $1,000 today, we'll have seen all the vests. And they'll all be retired. Okay, that's what it's gonna take, $1,000, and then all vests are seen and retired. Okay, so this weird thing, I got this for Elden Ring. That's what I got this one for. Okay, so I take off the shirt now because I don't need it anymore.
Oh god. Da 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 da. It's a striptease except nobody likes what to see. You know? But hi. God almighty. This is not going to be good. Look at him doing his best to make sure nobody sees a flop. Why are you doing this off camera, Phil? It's almost like you're ashamed of how you look. Oh, yep, yeah, there it is. T-shirts too small. T-shirts too small with awesome gut. There it is. There it is. This is wee gut poking it over his own shabby shorts.
Yeah, and what's funny is you guys have never seen this stuff in HD. Look at that, it's all the different Pokemon are on there. All the different Pokemon. These are the starter Pokemon, right? You got Charizard, Pikachu, Squirtle, and Bulbasaur. It's all the starters. Yep. Well, the original starters. The original starter Pokemon. And then we've got the Knight's Helmet. I bought this knit hat for Elden Ring several years ago. 2 years ago? 3 years ago? How old is Elden Ring now? I forget. Well, now I'm ready. Now I'm ready for my marathon. You see, I had to gear up. All right, let's continue. Let's see what we got here. Got a few smaller tips here.
Smaller tips. Emphasis in the word smaller. Guys, we're about to win bingo. If Phil says it's a detractor or troll, we've won. And one of these tips I imagine is a troll tip.
Someone tipped $2 and says, I think you get a great point about learning to accept no as an answer. It's a valuable life skill. You used to have meltdowns when you didn't reach a goal on a stream or a marathon, and you have done that sometimes recently even, but you are getting better at accepting and rolling with it. You won't always make the goal, and that's okay. Well, that's completely false. I should be hitting goals every stream. Absolutely.
Fuck off. Oh my god. They tried to give you an out there, Phil. So you're actually getting better at coping with not, you know, getting what you think you deserve, and he's immediately going on cloud mode with it.
Accepting and rolling with it. You won't always make the goal, and that's okay. Well, that's completely false. I should be hitting goals every stream. Absolutely. And let's get some support rolling right now to hit the next goal so we can have our vest swap at $200. That is not a true statement. I do not condone what this person said. They're absolutely incorrect. Let's hit some goals today. What is this? Oh, God. Oh, man, I gotta be careful about this. My microphone is getting all kinds of stuff all over it. Red fuzz from this hat.
He's actually sticking by what he said. What the hell?
I gotta be careful about this today. Keep in mind, I don't use this stuff with my new equipment. So I'm probably gonna have shit all over my new equipment as a result.
Phil, you said the quiet part out loud. Gee, oh, for God's sake.
Oh, I gotta be careful. Clean this off. I don't want fuzz all over my equipment. Okay. Yeah, so whoever sent this $2 tip, how dare you? Completely unacceptable to be saying things like that. If I could ban you, I would, but I can't because you're a tipper. But thanks for $2 anyway. Okay. We're up to 168. I got a $2 tip here. Can we get an Assassin's Creed Shadows level up sound? The what? The wahaha woman cry? This has got to be some kind of a weird reference to his when I played Assassin's Creed Shadows. I have no idea what you're talking about. Thanks for the tip, but that one goes over my head. I got a $1.03 tip. Someone said, am I going to try a Treso Rosa? It has single player to hone your craft in before going online. I was told not to play a Treso Rosa because the whole point of a Treso Rosa is, excuse me, the whole point of a Treso Rosa is playing against each other competitively online. And that's not the point of me getting the wheel. The point of me getting the wheel is like chill driving sim streams where we can like hang out. So we already have Mario Kart. I don't need 2 games where I'm driving competitively online, to be honest. So probably no. Okay. Okay. Continuing on. Oh, let's see here. Someone tipped me did a $2 super chat and complained about all of my chins. So let's take a look. Let's see, how many chins do I actually have? Well, let's see. Well, this is my neck, okay? This is one. And you can argue probably about a half. I have 1.5 chins, all right? I will admit that. I'm not one that I'm going to lie about it, and I'm going to sugarcoat it. I have a chubbiness right here. I would like to get rid of this, but I don't know how. You know, I've actually had kind of a chubby face almost my whole life. So
oh, Broside Phil's going to love this. Broside Phil is just... Okay, I think we know what Broside Phil's next video is going to be. He is going to just... This is content for days for bro. He's going to love this.
I would like to get rid of this, but I don't know how. You know, I've actually had kind of a chubby face almost my whole life, so I don't know how to get rid of that. I'm not gonna get liposuction or anything, but what can you do? I guess I have 1.5 chins. This person was saying I have 3. No. If you think I have 3 chins, you obviously have never watched PPP or Review Tech or Boogie.
Or your wife.
Or Wings of Redemption.
Or your wife.
Should I keep going? I don't have 3 chins. Okay, I have like 1.5. Okay. Anyway, let's continue. Thanks for the $2 super chat.
It does seem kind of hypocritical for Phil to have a go at other fat people when Cat is fucking bigger than all of them.
See, I'm not afraid to confront the truth. I'm aware that I'm not exactly the most fit, svelte individual on the planet, but at the same time, I'm not going to put up with nonsense. I don't have 3 chins. That's ridiculous. Okay, Wistful Wharf did a $5 super chat and says, will we see the Platinum Vest today or is it too warm? Oh no, the Platinum Vest is eligible. All vests are eligible. I literally have a brand new air conditioner pumping and the room is nice and cool. It's not even on high. It's on...
Who cares? Who cares? Okay, hang on. I'll pause it right there because Meth Bear has sent me a message here. Oh god, Meth Bear's messages are usually quite bizarre. So Meth Bear has sent me a message on Discord. Let me read it out for you guys. Let's celebrate Dan Sickles, American patriot. While a sitting member of the House of Representatives, he killed his wife's lover, U.S. Attorney for D.C. Philip Barton Key II, in broad daylight on the street. He was a son of Francis Scott Key, the writer of the Star-Spangled Banner. He mounted the first ever use of a temporary insanity defence to be acquitted. He was a member of the legislation to UK where he brought his favourite prostitute instead of his wife, who was 16 when he married her at 32. He introduced the prostitute to Queen Victoria. He also loudly insulted the British at his state dinner. He was hailed as a hero when he returned home. He used his political connections to become a general during the Civil War, despite having 0 military experience. Sickles served somewhat well, but did make substantial different errors, like at Gettysburg where his army corps was destroyed. Very often led to a cannibal leading his men. He exaggerated his contributions to the war in later years. Is this a true story? His leg was preserved in the National Museum of Health and Medicine, where he would frequently visit it until his death at 94 in 1914. A true American legend. See, it's hard to tell if Meth Bear stories are true or not, but that sounds legit. That sounds like it could be true. Yeah. Oh my god. Bro, I need to rewind this for you, bro. I need to rewind this for you, bro, said Phil. I'm not sure if you've seen it, bro. You've gone back 3 minutes. Okay, so you have seen it then. Phil doesn't know how to get rid of his chins, but it's fucking good. Your next video is secured. Put it that way.
So let's take a look. Let's see, how many chins do I actually...
Oh, and Mepper says that was all true, that story. So thank you for sharing. I mean, obviously the last time your story about how the story of Edinburgh or whatever came to a goal, that was an interesting twist of the tale. But aye, yeah, but that's a fascinating true story then. But aye, so yeah, we're gonna watch this again just because it's so good.
Yeah, well, let's see. Well, this is my neck, okay? This is 1. And you can argue probably about a half. I have 1.5 chins, all right? I will admit that. I'm not one, I'm going to lie about it, and I'm going to sugarcoat it. I have a chubbiness right here. I would like to get rid of this, but I don't know how. I've actually had kind of a chubby face almost my whole life, so I don't know how to get rid of that. I'm not going to get liposuction or anything, but what can you do? I guess I have 1.5 chins. This person was saying I have 3. No. If you think I have 3 chins, you obviously have never watched PPP or Review Tech or Boogie or Wings of Redemption. Should I keep going? I don't have 3 chins. Okay, I have like 1.5. Okay. Anyway, let's continue. Thanks for the $2 super chat. See, I'm not afraid to confront the truth. I'm aware that I'm not exactly the most fit, svelte individual on the planet, but at the same time, I'm not going to put up with nonsense. I don't have 3 chins. That's ridiculous.
I was going to say that. How the hell do you have like half a chin? How the hell do you have half a chin? Phil used to have 2 chins, but Kat was peckish one night, so she ate half of him. How the hell do you have half a chin? Jesus Christ. But yeah, this is golden. I mean, yeah. It's just so bizarre. I'm a handsome boy. I know I'm handsome. My mum said I was.
Okay.
And by the way, Kat agrees with me.
Okay. Wistful Wharf did a $5 super chat and says, will we see the Platinum Vest today or is it too warm? Oh no, the Platinum Vest is eligible. All vests are eligible. I literally have a brand new air conditioner pumping and the room is nice and cool. It's not even on high. It's on low and the room is cool. No problem
cares?
Today. All vests, all hats, everything is fair game today. Okay, everybody? No worries there. Thanks for $5 there. Wistful Wharf. We're almost to the next vest. We're getting there.
And we're also one away from winning this bingo card as well. I mean, as soon as we win this bingo card, without guys, when this bingo game is over, we're going straight to marbles, because I've had enough of the bad man. The bad man is just ridiculous today.
Okay.
How has he not said the tractors or trolls yet? From these fucking some of these tips are surely troll tips.
I got a $2 tip from Pelargus, who says, Happy 4th of July. I love your fireworks in the background. What's your favorite type of firework? And happy birthday to America. Well, today's not America's birthday. Today is just a celebration of the Declaration of Independence. So, I guess technically it is kind of the birthday. I don't even know if I ever really thought about it like that. Because we were here, it existed, but it just wasn't its own independent country yet until we declared independence. So I guess you're right. Never mind, I take it back. It is our birthday. All right, well, thank you so much to Pelargus. What's my favorite kind of firework? I guess what's that firework? I don't know what it is, because I'm not a fireworks aficionado, because like I said, I never had them when I was a kid. But
I'm not a fireworks aficionado. I don't think anyone in either my chat or your chat, Phil, would call themselves that. If somebody out there calls himself a fireworks aficionado, I would hope they're in the business of selling fireworks. Otherwise, it's a bizarre thing to fucking say to you about yourself.
Seen people setting off fireworks, and there's this one that when you light it, it starts going crazy in a circle, and it looks like it has like sparks.
It's a Catherine wheel. Is he talking about the Catherine wheel firework?
Shooting out his ass, and it just goes like this, like crazy, spraying everywhere. I like that one. There's no big explosion with that one. It's just like a lot of sparks going everywhere, and it's very colorful too. I've seen them different colors. I like that one, but I don't know what it is. I don't know the names of different fireworks, so. Okay. All right, so guys, we're almost at the end of our first segment. All right, thank you already. We're on a good start, right? We're almost to $200, which would mean the second vest out of 10 and another shot. Excellent. Hopefully we'll hit that soon. But we're going to end this first segment very shortly. I'm going to change the lighting over a little bit, and then we're going to start with the big closet clean out, which man does my closet need it. It is really bad. I need to clean this sucker out and sort that stuff so that I have things in order. I'm going to throw out a lot of stuff. When I did the last closet clean out, I saved some stuff, but now that my setup is completely different, I kind of know what I need and what I don't need. So I'm going to get rid of a lot of stuff in that closet this time around. I'm going to end up with bags and bags of trash. I get the feeling. Okay. Orange Man Good says, you make more money if you dress like this every day. I used to dress like this every day, and I made far less money. No worries. All right. Like I said, this is one day only. If you want to see the vests and hats, now is the time to contribute. I have a ridiculous amount of silly, stupid things in there that we will get to. So let's get that rolling, please. Let's get some support, okay? Queen of Hearts says, I like the fountains. It's cone-shaped fireworks that would spark out like a volcano or fountain. That's kind of cool. That sounds nice. No, we're not doing bubble blowing. There's too much high-end equipment in this office to be covered in bubbles. That's the one thing I'm not bringing back today. It was too messy when we did it. It would get all over everything. But that was my old shit. Now I've got, you know, high-end RGB wireless keyboards and fucking crazy cameras and shit. I'm not covering that with bubbles. We're not doing that today. Absolutely not. Eminem has a song called Cleaning Out His Closet. He does.
Bruce, I was wondering about the beg counter. Well, this is our second game, so it kind of reset, if that makes sense. So I didn't reset the beg counter itself, but I reset the free spaces because the free spaces went towards the first bingo card where I had a 5x5 card. This is a second game, so the only thing I got reset was the free spaces because those are all used already. But I kept everything else, including the, I just kept everything as it was because the ball kept rolling essentially. So yeah, so yeah. But we've had, I think we've gained one more free space from the begs since the fresh game. We're just one away. As soon as if Phil keeps begging like he's doing, or says the tractor trolls or anything, we're very close to winning.
Okay. All right. Anything else you guys would like to talk about? Tag me in the chat. We got a little bit of extra time. We'll hang out, and then we're going to end the intro segment, and we're going to get into the meat of the show, which is, cleaning out the closet and doing stuff like that. Nathan Smith has gifted our first membership of the day. Thank you to Nathan for a gifted membership on YouTube. Good to see you, Nathan.
Boom. Member that gets his bomb. My biggest fans are idiots.
Sonny's had enough apparently. Sonny has got 5 members, which gives us a full, I gives us a free space and it gives us a full house.
Burger.
There we go.
Full house. Oh boy, how exciting! Anyway.
That's another full house. It adds $10 more to bingo prize fund as well, because also every time we get a full house it adds $10. There we go. So thank you, Sonny, for getting 5 members, and congratulations to Sideways Dutchman, Agent 00 Soul, Raven of Chaos, Devilish Face, and Have a Smashing Day for all getting a membership. If you got a membership, just make sure you thank Sonny for gifting a membership, and of course thank you, Sonny, for gifting us members and getting us a full house and securing the full house and all that jazz as well. Chris Tanks is asking, Sonny, did you get my membership? Is it I'm gonna go out of limb here and say there's a very strong chance that Sonny gets a membership. You know, I will say it might have been Mookie, because he got to some earlier on as well. And the other day as well, we had people give memberships as well, like Broadside Phil gave some memberships every day, so the Destroyer, it could have been them, you know, it's possible. But Sonny does seem to get, Sonny does give out more than other people usually, you know what I mean? So there's a strong chance it was Sonny. You know, I'm just saying. Actually, I can actually check, hold on. If Chris wants to know who it was, I can check. Hold on. It was not Mookie. So Mookie didn't give you the membership. Hold on. Chris wants to know who gave the membership. It was Sonny. It actually was Sonny. So it's part of so Sonny got the 20 hour on, and that was part of Sonny's member bonus. So there we go. Then they fucking know. But guys, we've won bingo. We've won bingo. Good stuff indeed. Yeah, Chris, it was Sonny. I can confirm it was Sonny. So there we go. Good stuff indeed. Well, thank you. I'll say we've won bingo. Happy days indeed. It just means we don't have to worry about bingo anymore. We're finished. We're finished bingo. Phil's about to fucking finish up anyway and focus on cleaning the closet. In fact, let's go to live DSP, shall we, and see how he's doing, and then we'll get marbles set up. Every Friday, as you guys know, we play some marbles to end off the week. You know what I mean? Just kind of chill and try and add some more bingo prize for money by trying to complete these very challenging marble courses. But before we get to that, let's see how the bad man's doing. Where was he?
Back.
Was it a break?
That's the first major break. There probably won't be any more major breaks for a while. Maybe the next major break will actually be when I have to get food for dinner, which is probably in like 2.5, 3 hours. We'll see.
Wow.
Okay?
Who cares?
All right. So it is time to begin, but we have a few things to take care of. It looks like the Marty McFly vest. Excuse me.
He's not even started yet.
The Marty McFly vest has won the poll. So we're going to have the Marty McFly vest change out right now. Let's do that first. Okay.
Oh, God. This is live DSP. This is why it sounds so slow. This is live DSP.
So everyone say goodbye.
We don't care, Phil. We don't care, Phil. What the fuck? We don't care.
Say goodbye to the Pokemon vest. Served us
Pikachu,
well. Actually,
no.
This is the most recent vest. It's the newest one. So you've seen this the least out of all the vests, and now it is officially retired. Goodbye to the Pokemon vest.
Cringe. So Phil's currently on 250 buckaroos, although it sounds like he's got more to shout out. But he's just getting on his, like, you know, fresh vest on or something, bish. I want to see how it looks here. What is it now? Is it a gold vest that one? No, that's it, aye.
For the Marty McFly,
we gotta go back, Marty.
out of time vest. That's right. You guys have never even seen the back of this, have you? You never saw that before.
We never showed it.
That's what it says on the back. It's the officially branded one.
We gotta go back, Philly. You gotta stop yourself from masturbating on camera.
McFly. Okay.
You know what the fucking most bizarre thing is? Like, I was actually watching Back to the Future, like a couple of hours ago, practically, before bingo. I was like, you know, eating my dinner. And I thought, oh, I feel like watching something while I fucking eat my dinner. And I thought, Back to the Future, 40th anniversary. Why the fuck not? So yeah, I put on Back to the Future, and I watched some of fucking, I watched some of that while eating my dinner. And yeah, it's just bizarre. Like, you know, and of course, you know, he's wearing his life preserver or whatever. And Sonny is saying, wait a second, this is not the same vest. Really? Do you think Phil has swapped vests between when he last had it and now? Because the previous vest he had was... it never had a fox in the front. Are you sure? Are you sure? I'll tell you what. I mean, I don't... it's possible. So it's you know, it's possible.
We're currently at 215. So we're 35 away from the next hat.
Who cares? Yeah. You had two Back to the Future vests. Wasn't one like red? At least on camera it looked red, so it didn't look, you know. Oh, also, hold on, actually. The one that Marty wears in the movie was more red than orange. And he was called out for that, wasn't he? But this is the official one and it looks orange on camera. I don't know. Anyway. I've got... I don't know, I enjoy... This is so much better with Phil on mute. It's so much easier to endure Phil when he's on mute. My god. It's a blessing. Okay, guys, I am going to get Marble set up, okay? So, we're done with the bad man. We're done with the bad man, and we're done with him all weekend. The next time we see Phil and hear from Phil really will be essentially on Monday. When Bingo returns, because Phil is off all weekend or whatever, guys, I'm going to go and set up marbles. I'm going to try and see if we can add some more Bingo prize for money by completing these very challenging marble courses. But while I'm getting all the marble stuff set up, you guys can enjoy some robust Scottish style otters. I will be right back.
Outside of that, everything else is good in my life. You know what I mean? So I'll be the guy on level 1. I streamed myself masturbating. I'll be the guy. Fuck life. I'll be the for the thousands of children. I'll be the guy on level 1. You're still on mission 1. I'll be the guy. I'll be the thousands of children. When your life is all positive instead of negative, it's a much better situation. Big ups to your head, and I can tell you that from personal experience. Look at my life now. I have a beautiful wife. I have a beautiful life with a family, right? Everything here is so much better than what I had before. Why? Because I'm a positive person.
Why do I say I'm not a children's entertainer? Because I'm not a Muppet. I'm not here to play a character. I'm not here to pretend that I'm something that I'm not. I don't dye my hair. I don't act stupidly constantly to get attention from children. I don't do stupid pranks. You know what I mean? I don't cause drama. I'm here just to play games and have fun. I'm a legitimate gamer. Big ups to your dad. I need banana, tasty banana, banana in my mouth, tasty banana. I need banana, tasty banana. Please don't feel it comes in there. Put banana in my mouth, squeeze banana. Banana in my mouth, squeeze banana. Banana in my mouth. Act and talk a certain way with certain mannerisms, certain over-the-top reactions, screaming at the top of their lungs, jumping, flailing, doing weird things, constantly on camera. I need banana, tasty banana, banana in my mouth, tasty banana. I need banana, tasty banana. Please don't feel it comes in there. Put banana in my mouth, squeeze banana. Banana in my mouth, squeeze banana. Banana in my mouth. This one's for all my baby girls. I need banana, tasty banana, banana in my mouth, tasty banana. I need banana, tasty banana. Please don't feel it comes in there. Put banana in my mouth, squeeze banana. Banana in my mouth, squeeze banana. Banana in my mouth.
When we hit the 250th streak for that celebration, I'm going to debut a new vest. There we go. Celebratory bubble blow. Very nice. There's bubbles everywhere. There's bubbles all over my PlayStation 4 controller. There's bubbles on my microphone stand. There's bubbles everywhere tonight. It's not a
And it starts to click, you know, if someone just keeps saying sorry when they do something, they're not really apologizing, right? If apologizing isn't just words, it's I will not do this thing again because I feel bad about it. If you keep doing the thing, it's not actually an apology.
You have no respect for people that are alive.
Alright, good people, we are back and we are ready to get on the show and get some marbles going and all that jazz. We just need to pick some courses that we've not played before. So the question of course is, what course should we try? This one sounds fun. Professional marble laser sounds quite challenging to say the very least. So there we go. We have 174 different marbles, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure. Hold on 2 seconds, let me just make sure. Let me confirm that list is right. Yeah, that's right, yeah. That's fantastic, yeah, that's definitely good. So that is I just want to confirm that for sure. We've not added any new marbles. So there's a couple of comments from was it, you know, G McFly had a comment, but your marbles are already in there, your cheeky bam. And Johnny V2 have a wee comment as well. But they've already got their own marble locked in and secured as well. But it's no harm though, so people try and make sure, sometimes people forget. People sometimes forget their marbles are already locked in and secured. But I can guarantee you, these are there, you know what I mean? So I can, there's 174 marbles. You know, and they're all there still, you know what I mean, all locked in and secured. And we're good to go. So, how this works, if you're not aware of how it works, if you're brand new, we try and pick 3 very challenging marble courses. If we have just one person secure a completion in the course, we add $10 to the bingo prize fund. But of course, the challenge of it is it's a 99% elimination course, so it's very challenging usually to finish your courses. So here is course number 1. Let's see how we do. So yeah. Will we get off to a good start, or will we be denied by the professional marble lasers? So yeah, this is interesting. Just go down like this is a, well, hello. Where are the frickin' lasers? Oh, there they are. Wow, I mean, it looks straightforward, and yet, I guess timing could be a massive factor. Yeah, as a portal as well down there. Will it send you back up there? It will, I think. Yeah, so good luck everybody, you know, good fucking luck. Here we go. So we'll just start up here of course. So who's the front running marbles? Who's going to be the first out to do it, the pass, passports here? Some marbles are stuck in the middle here, some getting blown, you know, thrown about everywhere. But here we go. Dips, Sick Monkey, Algenop, Incoming Toast and Chris Sizemore. We're getting down here. We got a double sort of like pachinko style thing here. They're bouncing about all over the place. It's gone crazy. Those marbles are going absolutely mental. Who's going to reach the bottom first? Incoming Toast is trying to get there. BR Joe's like they're going to get there, but they got bounced back up the way. Chris Sizemore is down first, and Dist Optimus is not far behind him. Who's going to be the first one down here though? Who will drop out here first? Dist Optimus is out first. But no, actually not. It's Chris Sizemore sniping it. And we're going to follow Chris Sizemore as they go down. I'm not sure if this is a good way to go. I don't think it is. Nope. Yeah, it's a pretty bad way to go. We're going to follow Bugle instead. Bugle looks like they know where they're going. I'm not sure if that's a good thing or a bad thing. I think you want bumped. I think you want bumped for these things. So Derek Kaiser and Bugle. That looks like a good bump to me. Yep. Bugle. Can Bugle make it past the lasers? They can't. Oh my god. So this is the challenge in. The challenge of course is you've got to try and avoid the lasers at a perfect speed. So I don't think you might go too fast. Oh, the time was almost, yeah, this is wow. Like you need really good luck and timing. Daily Kaiser might have it. Daily Kaiser, but no, it's going to be bad for them because of the timing. All the timings are so random as well, because some of the cogs move faster than others. So that is what is activating them. Sometimes the cogs are blocking things. Eric. Can Eric make it past? No, they cannot. We still have a lot of marbles left, but I think this is what is going to kill most marbles. But here we go, we've got a lot of marbles in contention here. Can someone beat the other? Bjorn Nebelschnarf. Bjorn! Oh my god, Bjorn's got it. Bjorn's almost got it. Bjorn came so close. Tackles out in the dome. Unlucky. Don't get us down from here. Hula Pops before you. Hula Pops, good luck, Hula Pops. Oh, it's so unlucky. The Scientist, I think that is. And no, never mind, no Shadow EX are gone as well. Paul J. Brazil Jr., Stroyer, and Spanrag. They're all gone, but Paul J. Brazil survived, but they couldn't survive for long. Pam Solo. And they're gone. Cadence Anime Girl, Kidney, no, they can't. Lily Pan Fran, I can't even barely get names out. Nomex is going to die. I'm sorry, Nomex. That sounded a bit darker. Ice Hamilton's gone. Mars Champ. The timing isn't there. But Lima Whiskey might have us actually. Lima Whiskey, the timing's not there. Joshua Huff though. Unfortunate. Ali Mac. This could be good. This could be very good. This could be very good. Ira. Yes. No. But yes. But no. Oh, come on. How do you do that? How do you do that? You're right there. How do you go down the middle? You made it past all the... How? That's not even possible. All this to aim for, and you go down the middle and you... Oh. Algernon. Hey, hold on. Algernon could be onto something here. Never mind. Lemon curd sandwich? Nope, they're gone. Oh, I can't believe that. I cannot believe that. Oh, sorry. That's a bit weird. Guybrush Fleetwood. I tell you what, Guybrush is doing the bad here. And they're gone. Mercer. Nope, they're gone. We're down to the last 29 marbles. Pedant Sin is going to try now. That was unfortunate. Johnny Chase. They're gone. Cruel, they're gone. They're gone. Everyone's gone. So. Down to the last 20 odd marbles. Who's next out to pass? Here we go. Only Oh You Love Us is gone. David Riley's gone. Chris Sizemore gone. Mammon surviving. Still surviving. Mammon might have been on something here. They almost timed it. They almost timed it perfectly. That is so unfortunate. Ulf the Arbalist. They're gone probably. Yep, they're gone. Odin Crusader is surviving. And they're unlucky. They're very unlucky. Twilight Media Corp. Oh, they're gone. Down to the last 11 marbles. Let's go forward here and see if anyone's going down. Dimmick is next past here to come out. I don't think the timing's there. No. The problem is it's completely random timing. Elaine Walls next. We'll follow Elaine, but they're gone straight away. Jodie Taint. The timing's not there. Meester. One of the last surviving marbles along with Mr. Pika Fan. They're both up there. Mr. Pika Fan's actually dropped them down first, so we'll follow Mr. Pika Fan. Mr. Pika Fan, can they survive? They cannot. Meester right behind. I tell you what, the timing might not be bad. The orange is going to get them. Alexandra C. They're gone as well, and so is Eric Newton. And Tix Animate though. But nah, the timing's not there. SD. Well, they're not even in contention right now. Them, along with Profit, SD, 1593 and Profit, are both back here competing for a wooden spoons. As they both drop out here. Let's follow Profit, shall we? Consider further ahead. Oh, is that what's happening? They keep dropping down here and then they just kind of fall to their doom. Is that what's happening here? Wow, so these two have consistently failed to get past that part every time. That is actually impressive. Like, they're not stuck in the sense of, like, you know, they can't progress. But they just keep doing this where they don't make the triangle thing to kind of go down and you kind of Plinko cell thing. They just keep they keep repeating the same mistakes, it seems. Which is actually incredibly impressive. Like, they must have done this over and over again. Come on, come on, Profit. Stop being daft. No, that is down again. What about SD? No, that as well. Jesus Christ. Oh my god. Like, I don't know what I'm going to do with this. Like, can you guys try and, like, get to, like, the... Like, come on. Come on, straighten up. This is surely... Oh, actually it's not. It's... Ah, fuck off. Balls. Balls. How's SD doing? No, he's right there with you, of course. He's right there. God damn it. We're gonna be here forever. Jesus. Oh, hell. I feel like it'd be like a minor miracle if like either used to just get past this part. Hold on. Well, he's... Nah, hold on. No, he's not doing it, and neither is Snare, for God's sake. Here we go again. It's the fact that they're both like there's like they're trying to compete to see who's like the worst. You know? Like who's the most shit? Like, I am, not I am. You fucking wait there, I'm gonna fucking die right behind you. Well, he's... Prophet's doomed again. Let's follow SD. Because Prophet has gone all the way back up there. You know, so fuck. Hold on. Go left. Go left a bit. Just a little bit left. You're so close. You're so close. Prophet. You know, he's on it. This is it. This is it. He's lined up. Oh my god. Prophet made progress. SD will be so confused, he's wondering why he's alone. Let's go. Is he on course as well? No, he's gonna miss it. He's gonna miss it. But Prophet though. Look at our boy go. Look at our feet loving fetish. Just go. On your cell, my son. Meanwhile, SD I think is still up there. SD is... He might get... Nah, he's gonna miss it, he's gonna miss it. But Prophet now. After all that, Prophet gets nuked. So now we're waiting for SD just... God damn it. Oh hell. So SD, before they even get to the lasers, their first major, you know, obstacle is just getting down there in the first place. And they keep missing these. There's like multiple, so there's multiple options they can go here. They can go down this one, that one, this one, or that one, or that one. There's 5 different options for them to go down. And every time they keep going either side. You know, they're going to go down here, or they go down here, and every time. Every time. And there's another one. Every time. Oh my god. We're just gonna follow SD until he finally works out how to get down to the rest of the course. Like, cause like this is, I can't just say, oh, it's just never bother. He's not stuck. Like, he's definitely not stuck. It's just bad luck over and over and over again to a degree I didn't think was possible. You know, I never thought this sort of thing was possible, but lo and behold, we are witnessing. It's just hold on. Is it a curve? Is it a curve? Nah, we're stuck down here. This is incredible. This is absolutely incredible. So we follow again. Here we go. Wee. And he's gonna go in between these two now. He's gonna be in between these two perfectly. This is... I don't know, this is I'm so confused how it's even possible. Because they get thrown out as well at different speeds, and they go down this thing in different ways every time. Now he's stuck against that. Briefly, hold on, this actually could be good. This might be very good. No, it's not. It's not. He's not. He's gonna fucking go in between again, isn't he? For fuck's sake. Wank. What the... Oh, for God's sake. And, for God's sake. Oh. Meanwhile, current little DSP apparently is getting whaled. Somebody else dropped $100 apparently. Remember that you guys voted, so the vote looks like it's going to be... Most people think Phil's going to make between $500 and $1,000. SD's made it We finally have progress. You beautiful little bastard, you. Thank you so much. After all this, he's probably gonna fucking die to the first laser. I'm calling it now. He won't get past the first laser. I'm calling it now. God almighty. Hey guys, remember, because you guys voted, most of the votes went to between $500 and $1,000 for Phil to be made today. If that is actually the number he makes today for his marathon, we get free spaces on Monday. Oh my! Oh, solid effort in the end, but it was not to be. Let's get the hell out of that. Okay, our first course we tried, we couldn't get it. We were close though. We came close to a couple of them. That's a very challenging finale to the course for sure. So we now look at something different. Let's look at different courses now. Try to think of ones that might be good to play. Try to think here. This one sounds interesting. Actually, so this one, new ancient map. 3 minutes average finish time, 99. New ancient map. Alright. Let's go for a sin then. So that's a big thing to go down to. Oh, hello. It's not symmetrical. So 2 alternative routes to go. Will it impact on how things go? I mean, it might do. It's interesting, to say the least. Wow, yeah, the finish is all the way down there. But there's multiple routes you can go here. Well. Okay, let's go. Broside Phil saying, Jaddy, Phil has legs reserved for somebody who's at Chun. What? His legs are toxic? Oh, so's the rest of them. Right, so as you can see, a whole bunch of marbles are going down this side, and a whole bunch of marbles are going down the other side. So I'm trying to keep it. I'll go look at Discord. I'll check Discord once the marbles are all done. It's kind of hard to get it in the middle of marbles. But I'll be checking the Discord at the end. So don't worry. As I said, I'm trying my best to keep an eye on both courses, both routes. It feels like this one's faster. You know, I just kind of look. This one must be. Oh, some people are dying. Some people are dying here, it looks like. Why has that happened? Is people going too fast here? Yep. Let's fast forward to Dips, who's trying his best to steal. Actually, leave him whiskey. Leave him whiskey. Leave him whiskey. Look at you go, boy. All the other marbles are dying the wayside, but Lima Whiskey has dropped in there. Now, where's the finish again? The finish is all the way down here. So, Lima Whiskey. Slowly rotating around. Did Lima Whiskey die? No, they're there. They're there. And they're going to drop. So where's the hole from the drop in? Is it here? Is it back here? Is it one of these things? Yep, the hole's right there. So Lima Whiskey's going to drop into this thing here. Fascinating. So, you go down here. You go down here. You're in there. And then you don't fall into the finish because people are dying. Tom, you didn't fall into the finish either. Oh, you're not directly under it. Oh, that is brutal. There goes the broadside fell. But you're not directly under the finish. You need to fucking come out at an angle and get like, launched over. Steve is dead. Is dead. That is brutal. And the other marbles, they're going down a different route here. As I said, they went down the alternative path. And this is where they get dropped off. So let's keep an eye on Planet side. And see what they're... well, that's the same thing. They all go to the same place, so... But yeah, you don't want to get dropped off that way because you want to kind of basically spin around this way and get launched off like from this bit. And then you wee and you'll jump in here. Nah, it's not looking good. There goes Larry. Eric's about to perish as well, it looks like. Yeah. Well, Eric may have a chance. Oh, it was close. It looked close. But our last remaining marbles are all up there. They're all about to finish now. Alexander's I don't think Alexander's got a good line. Nah. The Camping Dutchman next, will they have a chance? Will they have a hope? Or nah, it doesn't look good either for them. Wrong angle, yep. We need people to kind of come down like the left-hand side of it here. You know, it's just this angle here. No mix on the wrong side and they get launched at the other way. Spanrag as well. They're gone. Koraz, EQ, and Mammon are the last two marbles. Koraz about to drop threshold. Probably keep an eye on Koraz. And they're gone, so now we keep an eye on Mammon. And they're gone as well, so that's it. 2 courses, 2 defeats, and yeah, it's not looking promising to try and add some more bingo prize for money, so we have one more chance to do so. Let's see if we can get a good, robust, meaningful, wholesome course to complete our bingo for the week and all that jazz. Let's just like... I'm trying to think, what will be a good one to pick here? I don't know. It's hard to pick it. I don't know. I'm going to look for a map which has an average finish time of close to 220. I don't know. This was 217. That's close. That's a very close to that. It's a strange way to try and pick a map. I know. The average finish time is close to 220. I don't think anything else is 220. Well, it's 224, but that's a wee bit over it than that. 215 as well now. But we'll go with this one. Blank Optical. We'll see what this one's like, shall we? Bug it. Oh, God almighty. It'd be great if a 220 course got us to fucking like, a wee victory here. This is a nice looking course. I like the different colour schemes, you know, just it was simple but effective and nice. So what makes this course awful then? Let's see, let's hold on, let's have a wee look here. So you have these barriers, but other than that, so what happens? So you could go just straight to the middle the entire time. That is a distinct possibility. If you don't do that, you'll be sent to the sides and get slowed down. But the sides will drop you off to this lower path here, which also leads to the end. Well, not the end, but you get in this fucking tube thing. And then this. And then this, and a trampoline where you go broing, and then you go up here, and oh gee, and then more, but fuck me, man. There's actually a bit more to it than I thought. Then all these fucking laser beams, there's like Dr. Evil style, all the laser beams he wants. And there's a finish right there. Oh, this will be challenging. Let's start. Let's just hit start, and we'll get right back here, and we'll see. We'll see how we do, shall we? So we're going to complete this course, or try and complete it anyway. This will be our last marble course of the stream. Hopefully we can end with victory here and get add some more bingo prize from fun money. I'm keeping an eye on the marbles that are defying the odds and staying for sideways Dutchman. Quite a few marbles have defied the odds and are just staying ahead the whole entire time. Quite a few to be fair. Look at all these marbles that just kept going. Sideways Dutchman leading the way. Absolute incredible run, but Roche now is ahead. And Jeffrey Walsh right behind them. Oh, you need to get through the hole. Yeah, Ulf the Arbalist managed to do it. Oh my. Oh my. Some marbles have perished, but Ulf the Arbalist and Mokiness. What are you doing up there, Moki? You lost or something? Is Ulf going to be okay? Oh, just okay. But you need to hit the middle. You need to hit the middle. How is Moki so good at marbles all of a sudden? Time for him to get fried. You don't survive us, Moki. You don't survive us. There you go, get fucking fried. Mr. Gorehill now. I like how I'm even bullying Moki's marble. Like, Moki's marble is not, it's just random. And I'm like, fuck you, Moki's marble. You're gonna die. Oh, this is good. This is good. I think this is good. No, it's not. Oh, I thought that was good. Oh, you know what? We're playing that one more time. One more. Screw it. One more go. I feel like we can do better on that course. So screw it. One more go. I want to see a marble get closer to than that. We still had a fair bit to go, I think, of that course. So screw it. We try one more time. As you can see, some marbles are going straight to the middle and other marbles are going to the sides and some are just dying. The ones that aren't going straight to the middle are going around the long way and I'll get dropped off down to a lower course. As you can see, some marbles are just really flying. Sideways Dutchman again. They are in the lead again, Sideways Dutchman. How? Oh, and they have a good run as well here. This is going very well, but can they get a good bounce? Can they get in? Can they find their hole? They can't. They cannot find their hole. A lot of marbles are trying to find their hole, but little Shadow EX have no such problems. Oh! Sabotage! Sabotage! Little Shadow EX was bumped off. Oh, the sabotage. Awful stuff. Pneumonic. Oh, they get a second chance. But they don't make it. Sinks though. Look at Sinks go. Hold on. No, Sinks. I'm trying to follow Sinks. No, Sinks is dead and Putty. Oh, Captain Murphy. Well, they're gone. And you're gone. Fuck. Who's all alive? Well, not you. Well, that's it. Behold. So the rest of the course. I mean, the course would have been what you would have got sent down here. Oh, come on. We were so close to winning that. If this shit had stayed down the way, then all you would have had to do was just basically make it down one of these. And you would have won, I think. Oh, that's so close. Well, that is that. We tried 3 courses, we got our arse kicked 3 times. We were consistently shite. Oh, the band hat. The Nazi hat's in play, guys.
Whiskey or 99 bananas?
Jesus, look at the other camera. Look at the state of this closet.
This is from the joystick, but I don't know what this is. This just came out of the Victrix box.
It looks awful.
I have no idea what this goes to. It like plugs a hole on there, but I don't know what hole.
Phil doesn't know which hole. Jesus Christ, awful, awful. Remember guys, if Phil makes between $500 and $1,000 today, we get free spaces on a bingo. I'm done with the bad man. I'm done with fucking, autos. Let's get our autos. Before we go away, I need to check. Oh my god. I need to check the member Discord. Oh my god. There's been some very good things shared in member Discord, to be fair. My goodness. Some of the most recent things. Taco's all had some fun. With a book that Homer Simpson's reading. Well, it's a pamphlet. It's more like a pamphlet that Homer Simpson's reading. You know? So there we go. Excellent stuff indeed. Broside Phil was pointing out Phil's Chernobyl-style legs, and yeah, feast your eyes. Feast your eyes on this. This is a definition of like peak human male condition. Broside Phil says zoom into the calves. There's cottage cheese subdermal. Okay, hold on a second. So there is Phil's calves. Oh my god. Well, oh, awful stuff.
Old bastard!
Yeah. So, I'm pretty confident that Broside Phil's next video, covering this marathon event however, is going to be a banger. Some of the things that Phil has said already, never mind this picture, but also about his fucking 1.5 chins and all that, you know what I mean? Yeah, god, he's... You are feasting for days, bro. I'll tell you that with some of the things that Phil's come up with today. I'll tell you that. You're spoilt today. You won't know where to start. But anyway. Guys, I think I'm going to call it quits there. Thank you so very much for joining me for some robust bingo style content and all that jazz. Thank you. I do hope you've all had a good time. Hope you enjoyed yourselves. And yeah, guys, enjoy the long weekend. Honestly, enjoy the... We have no bingo on Saturday, as usual. There's no bingo on Sunday either. Phil's not here. Get to enjoy ourselves, do what we want. You know, that being said, I'm sure we'll be live at some point and enjoy that being said streams because they're always a good time. Broadside Phil, I imagine, will be live as well at some point, you know, because he's always planning wee streams here and there. So, you know, also just enjoy doing whatever you want to do. I'm going to enjoy 2 days of no Phil. Yeah, I will return on Monday for some more robust bingo style content and all that jazz. From our American detractor style bingo people here, enjoy your 4th of July. Hope it goes very well for you guys. Hope you enjoy your day. Enjoy your weekend as well. I'm going to end how I always end, by playing notorious PIG contributions made by the supremely talented Pixar Animations. So, guys, until Monday, I do hope you all enjoy yourselves. Have a good one, and I will catch you all later. Goodbye.
On September 14th, a pre-authorized payment of $16.51 from PayPal.
All right, Luna Mills has tipped me $1.30. It says, "I'm back. What's your favorite type of shower?" When you're showered in money. When you go outside and all of a sudden greenbacks start falling from the sky and you raise your face up, you're like, oh, you start dancing, you go, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. All right, I don't know what the hell you're talking about, but thank you for the first tip of the day. Money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, 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 yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. These contributions are mandatory. Money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, 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 yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. These contributions are mandatory. Show me the money. Money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, 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 yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. These contributions are mandatory. And it's gone, just gone like that.